cackles like a witch. Here we are. Hey, honey bitch.
God, that will never not be funny. I love it so much. I put that together one day with my own two little fat little hands. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Cackled like a witch. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry I'm late. I was trying to load another little sound clip up into my StreamYards, and I don't know what happened. This thing came up and said that I had to restart Chrome, so we got a bug. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, but I did it anyway, and guess what? It still wouldn't upload. So I don't know. I'll get to it. But don't worry, because I'm still gonna play the clip for you. I just don't have it on my little soundboard. But I'm gonna play it for you in just a second because I want you guys to tell me what you hear. All right. Tammy D, thank you for being a member for 27 months. So ready for this. I'm ready for this too. Fondue Spite Full Bish. Thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever a basic Betty, you shall be. I feel like I sound like I have a mouthful of rocks. I love it so much. Fauntleroy says, drag her. Sky Farrow, nice to see you. Tweet T-Bird, hello. Kai, is that Kai Bella? Hey. Tone the pilot, Sassy Mama. I met a actual pilot today. Sure did. Mac Attack, Queen Jelly Bean. I'm kind of impressed with these girls with rotten nubby teeth still being able to eat enough to be as big as they are. That takes dedication. Queen Jelly Bean, I read your comment in the chat, and that's what reminded me that I had this clip that I wanted to upload. And here, I'll go on camera. It's blurred because I didn't have time to tidy up behind me. But anyway, your comment is the reason I'm going to play this clip and the reason I'm late. So everybody, you can thank Queen Jelly Bean later because the clip is fucking hilarious. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Hello. Busted Can of Biscuits. Nice to see you. Oh, it's the ats, you guys. Have you noticed that it's the ats? It's the ats in chat. However you say that. I don't like it. But yeah. Anyway, so what? Does everybody have to change their at so we know who everybody is or what? I'm just not quite so sure I like that. Anyway, hey, Busted Can of Biscuits, Emotional Support Muffin, My Love of Cats. I'm so far behind in chat. You guys could be telling me that I'm muted and I wouldn't fucking know it. Hey, Lost Tamale, Kiva. Yeah, I don't like the ats. Can we change that? Hey, babe, I see you. Hippie Easta, I see you too. Catacorn, Christy, Charlotte. Okay, for example, Charlotte dash C, is it CL2NZ? Is that Charlotte Tater Fluff? Mine has my name without tater. See, I don't like it. At Foodie the Beauty YT. Is that our Foodie Beauty? Is that who that is? Am I using StreamYards? Of course I'm using StreamYards. Of course I am. Is that okay? Hey, Just Jamie. Deja Blue. See, I don't like it. I don't like this at all. They look the same to you? What? Not everybody has the ats? I don't like the ats. I see Frankie the Chihuahua, Ratatouille. God, I feel like I can't even see. I don't want to put my glasses on. I'm probably going to have to. It's the same for you too, Tone the Pilot? Okay. Sonia Walker Reactions comment 3501 sees the ats. I know, Goofy Dumb Goofy Ho Bitch 2765. I just don't like it. Thank you for joining memberships. I'm going to assume that's our Foodie Beauty. Thank you so much for joining memberships. Christy 1113. Thank you for being a member for 23 months. Shamrock Glitter Bomb. Ooh, almost a year. That's right. Our Foodie Beauty, you're going to be a forever basic Betty. Thank you. Lily Pad, hello. The glasses still don't. I still can't see shit. Can we talk about that for a minute? 2 pairs of prescription glasses I've had this year, and I still can't see shit. Okay, hold on. P-Day says, I guess on StreamYards or something like that, the @ signs aren't there. But I'm not looking at chat on StreamYards. I'm looking at chat through YouTube. That's where I'm seeing the chat. I'm not watching the chat in StreamYard, so that's not it. Our Foodie Beauty, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, and it's your and Yaba's Foodie. All right, good. That's who that is. All right, I'll remember it, especially now that you super chatted me $1.99. It really helps it to stick up. Yeah, It's in YouTube. Yeah, it's definitely in YouTube because when I seen it earlier today, I was on my phone in YouTube. So yeah, I don't like it. I want to know how to change it back. So like there's Glam of Mayhem, but it's Glam dash Mama or Mom Mayhem 9282. Like I don't want all that shit. It took you 6 tries to get your glasses right. You're a little embarrassed to go back again. You can't see. So you don't have your glasses right. Do you mean it's been 6 tries and you still don't have your glasses right? Because I cannot. I can't deal with that. No, on YouTube, it doesn't show up if somebody's using streamers. I don't know. But thank you for your effort, P-Day, in trying to decipher and decode it. Ready for the stream. I am too. Thank you for being a member for 26 months. Shamrocks for sure. See, like, I don't even know who you are. Who's Mia Nito? But you've been a member for 26 months. Like, I don't know what your name is. That's why you don't let me drive. That is not why you don't let me drive. Mia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a member for 26 months. Did I put these other ones on the board? I apologize. You guys know I'm rusty and don't know how to work it. Go into settings and change your handle. Who wants to do that? Mama Mitchell. Go into settings and change your... Okay, I'll make a note. I'll make a note to look into that. It is worse. 50 Shades of Beige. Thank you so much for the super chat. FFG don't care. She's busy with her lumberjack. LOL. I'm glad that you included the LOL because that's fucking hilarious. Hey, Scar. Street Carp. Nice to see you, Street Carp. Street Carp, I feel like I should message you on Twitter because remember that night we did the live stream about all of Frenchie's evictions and I had you crunch the numbers and do the math to figure out how much she owed with the compounded interest or whatever it's called. We went with 13%. And you even said at the time it's kind of high. And I was like, do it. Well, I don't know. I feel like maybe we should redo the numbers at like, I don't know. What do we think? 8%. I mean, that's what it is in the US, isn't it? 8%. Oh, thanks, Janine Cook. You're so sweet. Callie's Bathroom Studio. I see you too. See, I see some of you. Like, I know a lot of you are. Anyway, where's Straight Carb? I'll get back with you on that. I just feel like, because I just seen those notes tonight. It was something like without the interest, if we just take the judgments just by themselves with no interest, it's over $17,000 that Frenchie owes on all of those evictions, which, by the way, I have some, how do you say, inside information into Frenchie's evictions and the reasons and causes for them from somebody close to the fry who would know, if you catch my drift. We're going to be talking about that. I'm hoping tomorrow night after work. So probably about 6:30 tomorrow, we'll be talking more about what I know from my good friend about all these things. Yeah, but says don't expect me to know any of you when it changes, right? Oh my God. Queen Jellybean says, I may or may not have fucked up the Jaguar my hubby got me for Christmas today. Got caught in a storm and ended up driving through a flooded area. Oh my gosh. Well, thoughts and prayers for your Jaguar and your husband. Your husband. Goofy Dumb Goofy Hope Bitch, thank you for being a member for 35 months. According to AI, it is to stop impersonations. Really? Oh, really? Okay, so Goofy Dumb Goofy Hope Bitch, thank you for that. And thank you for supporting my channel for 35 months. That makes sense. Okay, so in which case, you guys, we're all just going to have to put in the effort and take the time, take the few minutes to, what was it, go into settings, and we can just change our handles to make sure everybody knows who we are. Like, I mean, obviously, Busted Can of Biscuits. Yes, I know who you are. You don't necessarily have to change yours. But like Tam D 9700, honey, who are you? Not everybody is. It's not obvious and evident for everybody. Goofy Dumb Goofy Bitch. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Okay, so listen. Yeah, like Yabba's is at the YouTube Underground. Pretty straightforward. Thank you, Mama Mitchell. Hold on, let me find your comment over here so I can put it on the board. I mean, it's so simple, but yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people like me who really need to just see that, see the instruction on the board to be able to follow it. Go to settings and change your handle. That's all you have to do. At Christmas Underground, I mean, I know who you are because of your avatar, but it would be helpful if you changed your handle. Sure, Panda. Jessica MG, yours is the same. Great, great. Love to see it. My Love of Crafts, great job. P-Day, 2-Day, you got rid of the numbers for yours. Great. I mean, you don't necessarily have to get rid of the numbers. It's nice, though, because as you all know, obviously, the numbers kind of muddy it up a little, Okay, are we done talking about that? Are we ready? Ready to move on? Goofy dumb goofy ho bitch, I saw that. Goofy dumb goofy ho bitch, thank you so much for the super chat. Now that Yawa mocked my 2765, I feel compelled to change it. You should, because she's gonna mock your 2765 for quite some time. So I have a new notebook. It's gonna blur it out. Anyway, she's cute. I've started. Could you not do that? Can we just, there we go. I started working in her a little. Took some notes while I was listening to the BBJ. No, you have to say 2765. We're just gonna start calling her 2765. I think potatoes contains as much vitamin C as pineapple, so no need to feel bad, you potato. Thank you, Polly Jean. Thank you for that. You better a debit card pin. You're so funny. Mama Mitchell, you haven't started writing your notebook because it's so pretty. Even more reason to write in it. Don't fence me in _03. You're gonna have to change your @ I mean, you don't really necessarily have to because it says don't fence me in, but still the _03, yeah, was probably gonna talk shit. Quick pick. Number check. Hey, camels against camels against Shanta. Did you forget the L in your name or did it cut you off? Or like what's the story? Yes, please start cooking dinner because I am starving. It's Annie with an L, not Annie Wit 747. Thank you for being a member for 30 months. 747. 747. I'm gonna have to change mine. It ends with numbers. Yes. Thank you so much for being a member for 30 months. Annie with an L, not Annie with a P. Okay, guys, we got to get to it. What are we watching tonight? Well, we're gonna be talking about BBJ. So I know a lot more about the whole BBJ rescue situation type deal now than I ever knew before. Partly because I went back and watched this stream from February 23rd, 2023. I also watched another stream from, I believe, November. So several months later when Frenchie went and talked about it again. But I've also been talking to somebody who knows firsthand about that situation type deal. So we're going to be talking about that, like I said, probably tomorrow. But for tonight, we're going to go back to this stream from February 23rd, 2023, the day after the BBJ the BBJ rescue situation. And we're going to review what Frenchie said in the days immediately following her. I'm sorry. Let me call it what it is. I don't know. Most of you by now have probably watched Charlie Gold's stream from Saturday night. And if you haven't, you really should go watch it. In fact, if mods could find the link to Charlie, actually, hold on. This is what I want to do because I took a screenshot of the timestamp, like where she started going in on Frenchie on Saturday night. So I'm actually going to pull it up myself and I am going to link to the timestamp. I think this is it. Hold on. Did I not link? I thought I could have sworn I did. Oh, hell. Anyway, I'm going to link it. Oh, thank you, Kimberlina. Thank you, P-Day, for the easy link to change your YouTube handle. Thank you, Kimberlina. Is that Charlie Goldstream, I presume? Hold on. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let me grab the link because I'm going to repost it so I can actually write what it is. You know what I mean? Okay. So this is Charlie. Oh, why isn't it working? Charlie's stream from Saturday. Okay, I'm going to pin it. So if you haven't watched that already, make sure you go watch it. It's about, and I think she goes in on Frenchie for about a good hour or so. So if anybody has the timestamp where she started going in on Frenchie, please by all means drop it in the chat. I could have sworn I had it. Oh wait, let me put your comment up on the board, babe. It is important. Hold on, where'd she go? Damn it, hold on. Not like my chat's moving that damn fast. Okay. Yava says, please note Sam is not defending Big Chantel. I feel like I need to say that before I go. Yeah, I'm not defending Chantel. Are you fucking kidding me? We are simply talking about the FFG theft by deception of BBJ. Let's call it what it is. So yeah, so one of the things I disagree with Charlie on about the BBJ situation, Charlie says that she is not going to say that Frenchie stole the cat. She's like, she didn't steal the cat. I'm not going to say that. She said that Chantel handed the cat over. And I disagree. There is such a thing as theft by deception. In fact, I think it's an actual charge in the state of Indiana. If you deceive somebody, if you purposely are deceitful with somebody in order to acquire something that is theirs that you know they would not otherwise give you unless you deceive them, that's theft. It is. And I mean, I don't, whatever. It's theft by deception. So Frenchie knew that Chantel was not going to give her that cat if she knew it was her, right? That's why the whole elaborate scheme had to go down, and the Amy Flowers and my sister-in-law, which, by the way, there is no sister-in-law. Spoiler, there's no sister-in-law. So who is it that Frenchie is about to lie to in this February 23rd, 2023 live stream they're about to watch when she says it's her sister-in-law? Is she lying to Chantal or is she lying to the community? I found that pretty interesting. So let's just get into it, right? It's 2 hours, 39 minutes. I don't think we're going to, well, I don't know. We might, you never know. Let's just go. Let's just listen to the shit she had to say, shall we? Maybe take some notes. I took some notes. Some things I found interesting. I took some notes, a couple of timestamps. So hopefully we'll get through this. Hey, Alex. Nice to see you. AK, nice to see you. Carrie Ludwig, Miss Ann, hello. Miss Ann, I feel like I saw your name thrown around in somebody. Oh, before we get into this, oh my gosh, you guys, I totally forgot. I told you I was going to play a clip for you, and I want you to tell me what you think we're hearing in this clip. So sorry about that I forgot that. Okay, let me make sure. Is my volume up all the way? Sure it is. Let me put it up here too. Okay. It's a short clip. It's 6 seconds, and it doesn't really matter what the person's saying. I just want to hear your feedback. Like, just maybe close your eyes and listen and tell me what this sounds like to you. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, totally. Sorry, I got confused. I was watching my husband catch a dragonfly.
I'm going to play it again. Listen again. Miss Ann, are you in trouble? No. Cautious observer. Thank you so much for this super chat. Late fee, not my fault. Had to feed the dogs. Well, you are excused. Hey, wait a minute. Did I see Blue Pot at Blue Pot? FFG got 1 chin for every eviction. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sorry, I don't think I saw that. Cautious observer, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Oh, look, there's Illyria. No. Thank you for being a member for 35 months. Shamrocks, for sure. Appreciate you. Hey, string cheese. Becca James, nice to see you. Okay, let's listen again. Oh, missing mimic says someone has a lisp. What I hear is somebody who's missing their 2 front teeth, possibly their front 4 teeth, but for sure the front 2 are not there. Listen again. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, totally. Sorry, I got confused. I was watching my husband catch a dragonfly.
Listen again.
Yeah, totally. Sorry, I got confused. I was watching my husband catch a dragonfly.
Tell me that woman has no front teeth in her mouth. Okay, so if you guys are wondering who that is, it is that's Damn It Amber. If you remember, I did a live stream about her right here. When was it? 11 days ago. French fry girl has a new friend. Let's get to know liar, felon, thief. Damn it, Amber. That's her. That's Damn It Amber. I told you this bitch had no front teeth. I told you she was missing her teeth. I told you. Sky, you did. You called it. Boom! Rug pisser. That's right, just couch potato. Becca James, my wife is cooking dinner during my stream as well. Okay, which is why I need to shut up and get moving because it's going to be dinner time soon and I'm already hungry. So let's get to it. This is February 23rd, 2023, the day after Dirt Neck deceived Chantal into obtaining the cat that she knew Chantal would not give her unless she deceived her into believing it was somebody else getting the cat. Or, in other words, the day after Dirt Neck stole the cat from Chantal.
The bad is finally over. All the good stuff is waiting for you.
Oh my God!
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Ha, ha. That's the sound of the geese.
So you're really going to block the star of Gorl just because I'm defending myself against people? Are you?
Pebbles-S7Y, is that Peb's mom? Is that you? You're going to have to go and change your @ hun, if that's you. Well, regardless, change your @ we don't know who you are. But hey, I think that's Peb's mom. Hey, girl.
Serious? The star of Gorl? Hi, BBJ. I got your house and you're going to a new home today. Let's go get you ready. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna put one of my old shirts in there. I cleaned her cage out so that she's ready to be transported. Can still smell me for anxiety, maybe? I don't know. Sweet. Sweet. They're coming, sweet. Your new home. Kuwait is not for you. Poop scoop. Going in. You're gonna miss her?
No. I'm glad to be rid of her.
Bye, sweetie. I'm gonna miss you so much, but I'm gonna get updates all the time. Yeah. I'm gonna miss you. I love you so much.
Thank you so much for gifting 5 Samantha Jean memberships, Tammy D. Let's see who got the memberships. Glamour Mayhem, Sassy Shelly, Frankie the Chihuahua, Kai Bella, and Tone the Pilot. Welcome. Thank you so much, girl.
Aw. You're gonna be all right. Bye, BBJ.
If ever there's any questions, I'm really.
Bye.
Have a good one.
You do?
Well, hello there, girl gang. What up, everybody? How you doing? I hope everybody's good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all, for being here tonight. It's so good to see you. So that's the story. That's the video. BBJ has been handed off and given to someone else. The door closes, and that's where the video ends. The story ends. Anyone want to know what happened when the door closed? Because I could give you the perspective from the other side of the door if anyone's curious what exactly.
Yes, that was really FFG's brother that went to the door to get the cat, and I know that for a fact it was. That's about the only thing that old Dirtneck was truthful about.
Happened there when that door closed, and who could have been the mystery man at the bottom of those stairs? Let me tell you something. Chantal has a sibling, and I have a sibling. She has a sister. I have a brother. Her sister would kill her if given the chance. My brother is always down to do ratchet shit with me.
That's not true. That's not what I heard. I heard the only reason her brother went with her to go get the cat and the reason she asked him is because she doesn't have any friends. He's literally the only person on the planet that she could ask. And isn't that sad? Because didn't she just recently say that her and her brother were so close? But we all know that's not true, don't we, Dirtnut?
Just so we understand the difference between, siblings and siblings here. So
FFG is the gaineth of her family. That's right. Is that you, Brioche?
That, everybody, was my brother at the bottom of that staircase.
Yes, Pat Ray. Her brother was pissed that she dragged him in this, pissed that she threw him under the bus, pissed that she brought him into it. She probably told him initially that, she wouldn't tell the internet that it was him and bring him into it, but she sure did, didn't she? Off fucking top. We're 3 minutes, 20 seconds in. She done already said it.
French fried bro coming through, getting BBJ. While your girl Frenchie was not far away with full disguise on like a fucking sociopath, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, BBJ is in the familia now. We'll put it that way, okay?
BBJ is in the familia now. Let's write down how many times Frenchie says that. Let's see. That's one. I'm sorry. I just feel like that is so cringy. Like, okay.
Am I keeping BBJ like in my home? No, I'm not.
That's funny, Missing Mimic, because sociopath is the word that Frenchie's brother, Chris Feldman, and his name's Chris Feldman on Twitter. He brought himself to Twitter of his own accord and has been airing Frenchie out a couple times over the course of several months. He'll kind of disappear and come back, but he tells a very different story. And I'm pretty sure that sociopath was one of the many words that Dirtneck's brother has used on Twitter when referring to his sister. Now, I don't know because I really never watched Frenchie, never really cared, but I've heard that Frenchie claims that the Chris Feldman who came to Twitter to air his sister French Fried Girl out is not really her brother, that it's a troll. Is that what you guys recall her position being? Her official position on this Chris Feldman that came to Twitter and aired her out, that it's not her brother, that it's a troll? I personally would like to maybe see some clips or get some timestamps or even some, I don't know, screenshots of tweets with Frenchie denying that that is really her brother. Tweety says, yes, that was her official position. Emotional Support Muffin says, yes. Guy Fury, yes. Kai Bella, I remember that. Call Blueson, let's call him. All right. So, yeah, if anybody, has any of that. So, why did FFG offer cash on Twitter for Hater Tater's docs after that? After what? After her brother came to Twitter and aired her out is when she asked for cash for Hater Tater's docs. Does she think Hater Tater's her brother? If it wasn't her brother, like Hater Tater said? Oh, it's definitely her brother. She snapped on you when you asked, Fondue Spider Bitch. Really? All right. Well, anyway, like I said, if anybody has any screenshots, clips, timestamps, whatever, I would really like to see those sorts of things where Frenchie's denying that it's her brother, because it is 100% absolutely her brother, and I can prove it, and I intend to tomorrow, but I can and will prove that it was absolutely her brother. Anyway, where were we? What was she saying? I'll tap it back.
With full disguise on, like a fucking
Oh,
sociopath.
Hater Tater was the one Chris messaged, and she brought it public that he's really the brother. Sorry for the confusion. Oh, right. But Dirtneck still maintains that that's not her brother, even though Hater Tater has said repeatedly that's really her brother. And I mean, who are we? We're just taking Hater Tater's word for it. What Hater Tater said, it's really his brother. I don't know. All I'm saying is I haven't seen any proof. I haven't seen anybody else slap down the proof and receipts that it's really her brother. I will. I have them. I'll slap them down. So yeah, I guess we'll just put a rest to all of that tomorrow, right? We'll put that to rest once and for all, whether or not it's really her brother. I look forward to it.
But that's neither here nor there. The point is,
Oh, FFG said he doesn't even look like me.
BBJ is in the familia now. We'll put it that way. Okay. Am I keeping BBJ like in my home? No, I'm not a cat person. I have a dog. It's just not my thing. But BBJ is in the familia now.
Okay, so day one, she's saying she's not keeping BBJ. She's not a cat person, but the cat's in the family now. Gotcha.
As Chantal told everybody, it was a Beezer. A Beezer who...
Has anyone asked him what happened after they got back with BBJ? Yes.
Got BBJ, who worked on her for BBJ.
Oh, you were just making fun of her.
Beezer? Maybe.
What year was this? Yes, this was February 23rd, 23. So 2/23/23.
A double agent? Somewhat. My sister-in-law? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, so she says my sister-in-law abso-fucking-lutely. Like literally. So at this point in time, when you're saying it was absolutely my sister-in-law, who were you lying to? Because you're talking to your audience. This is your live stream where you've come to tell your people how you got your hands on BBJ, and you're saying it was your sister-in-law. Absolutely. But you don't have a sister-in-law. You don't. Your brother has said that repeatedly. So why? You've got the cat. The deed is done. The job is done. You had the cat. Why could you just not come over here and be truthful? On your live stream? Why are you lying about it off top? And we're supposed to believe anything you have to say after this point about BBJ or otherwise, when something as stupid as lying about it's my sister-in-law who has the cat. So if you're lying to us 4 minutes and 11 seconds into telling us that you have deceived Chantal and pulled off the greatest caper of all time, and you got your hands on BBJ, why are you starting out off fucking top lying about it? And for what reason? And something so stupid. So if you're lying about who has the cat, you're saying it's your sister-in-law. We know you don't have a sister-in-law. Therefore, we know the cat didn't go to your sister-in-law. Why is that what you're lying about? Why is where BBJ went what you're lying about first and foremost? I have to know. There's a reason for that. And I think we're going to find out. And I think it's going to be your brother Chris that tells us. And I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. Hold on. There it is. I need to scroll back a little. Pat Ray says, Hater Tater shared messages from Chris, not hard proof. My point was that if FFG was telling the truth, then why would she, dox Hater Tater over a troll, but look forward to the hard proof and laying. Thank you. Gotcha. Right. Why lie about something like that? As soon as someone tells a lie, it makes everything they say doubtful. It does, right? Of course she lied. She doesn't have a sister-in-law. The cat didn't go to her sister-in-law. And people say, oh, well, maybe it was the brother. And, she just refers to the brother's girlfriend as her sister-in-law. No. He even said, no, it didn't go to me. It didn't go to my girlfriend. Nothing like that. So again, why is it that 4 minutes into telling everybody that you got the damn cat, why are you lying about where the cat went? Like, hello, red flag. How much money did the community chuck at Dirt Neck over her getting this cat? And now come to find out, 2.5 years later, come to find out that she lied to them from jump. Liar, liar, pants on fire. What else are we going to hear over the next 2 hours and 35 minutes that's a bold-faced fucking lie? We're 4 minutes, 11 seconds in. You done already told a big one.
So listen, this is the deal. BBJ, I can assure everybody, is just fine, or as fine as a cat who had 1 hour to live can be. BBJ was rescued at 1:30 yesterday afternoon, and at 2:30
So she's the one who uses the word rescued. Interesting.
Chantal had the appointment at the vet with the cat. It's an hour, but we got her. We got her. I'm a little shaky. I'm really nervous. So here's the deal with BBJ. Okay.
Okay, guys, here's the deal with BBJ. She's going to tell us. Thank God.
Like I said, BBG's not BBG.
Well, FFG, go get Smokey. If FFG can find Smokey and get her hands on Smokey, I 100% believe she's going to go get that fucking cat. Because Dirt Neck is every bit as spiteful as Chantal. Every bit as spiteful. So just like when Dirt Neck offered Chantal a car to hand Smokey over, what did that make Chantal do? Keep Smokey. Give Smokey to God only knows who, God only knows where. Where did Smokey end up going? I don't know. You guys tell me. Now we done lost track of Smokey completely. Just like that. Frenchie, if she's told she can't have Smokey, she's gonna move heaven and earth, get her hands on that damn cat, despite being told that she needs to stay the fuck out of it because all she ever does is make it worse for the cats. And where's she gonna rehome another cat to? Especially after all of these questions we have 2.5 years later about where the fuck BBJ is. The first cat you rescued and rehomed. Where the fuck is the cat? Let me shut up. Let me keep going.
BBJ is not staying in my home, but in the familia, abso-fucking-lutely, which means BBJ updates whenever we want them. BBJ everything, whatever.
BBJ updates whenever we want them. BBJ everything, whatever. All right. That's literally 5 minutes in. You have promised the community BBJ updates whenever we want them. Yet we can't get, me familiar count 3. It's 3. I have 3 little tick marks. We're at 3. You had 1 update, Joanna Freedom. 1 update. You said right here.
BBJ is not staying in my home, but in the familia, abso-fucking-lutely, which means BBJ updates whenever we want them. BBJ everything, whatever.
BBJ everything, whatever. What happened? Where is BBJ? Why did you stop giving updates? Why? And why is she so dead ass against any BBJ updates? She didn't just go silent about it and stop giving updates and refuse to even acknowledge people asking for updates and information. From what I understand, from what I hear from you all, she gets downright fucking nasty when she's asked about BBJ. Like, excuse us. But it's my understanding from somebody who knows Dirt Neck personally and very well, she's been this way her whole life. It's literally a personality disorder. Joanna, you got blocked for asking. Okay.
And of course, this being done, I think it goes without saying, I'm going to be the one to be footing the bill and doing the running around for the vets.
Oh, okay. So 5 minutes, 12 seconds in, and you've now said us that you've said to us, it goes without saying that you're going to be the one footing the bill.
And of course, this being done, I think it goes without saying, I'm going to be the one to be footing the bill and doing the running around for the vets.
Footing the bill and doing the running around for the vets. And as we all know, and it's reiterated in the chat so many times, every time it's brought up, is that the community gave so much money. Missing Mimic says we all gave so much money. Now, I didn't give money. I don't think Yabba did either, but Yeah, your viewers, Dirt Next viewers, her audience, her subscribers, her supporters, her chat members gave tons of money to support the continued ongoing vet care for BBJ. Yet we've seen no evidence at all whatsoever that French fried Gorl kept up that end of her commitment, not only to BBJ, but to the community. The Guppy, thank you so much for being a member for 22 months. How is that charitable donation tax credit FFG? Great question, Guppy. Thank you. Thank you for that. We have seen no proof, no evidence at all whatsoever that Frenchie has continued to foot the bill and do all the driving around or whatever for BBJ's continued vet care. And here we are at this point, we are approaching 2.5 years since Frenchie took BBJ into her care, custody, and control. Now, she tells us that she did not keep the cat in her care and custody, that she handed it off to some unknown, either her sister-in-law or her best friend, which, like I said, it's my understanding, I've been told by a source who knows, Frenchie doesn't have friends. Legit, she doesn't have friends. That's why her brother had to go with her to get the cat in the first place, because she doesn't have friends. So her saying that she gave it to her friend is a lie, right? Anyway, I digress. 2.5 years after Frenchie takes this cat, BBJ, the community cat, and takes her into Mi Familia and says that we will get updates and everything, and says she will be paying for the ongoing veterinary care and everything. No proof at all whatsoever that there has been one more vet bill paid. Where's the vet bills? Where's the last 2.5 years of vet bills, Dirtneck, of you paying for the veterinary care for this cat over the last 2.5 years? Regular checkups, regular nail trims, because as we know, BBJ's nails grow quickly. Doesn't BBJ have some health issues? Her kidneys, something like that? I don't know. Not one receipt for ongoing veterinary care for BBJ over the last 2.5 years have you ever produced, showing that you used the money that the community gave you for the care of that cat, that you used it for the care of that cat. Not one receipt, not one vet bill. How come no follow-up veterinary records? She had no problem putting the initial vet report, albeit in French and blurry, slapping that motherfucker up on the internet every time you turn around. How come there's been no further, medical records being slapped up on the internet? As many times as Franchi has slapped up that 2.5-year-old initial veterinary report from February of 2023, you think she would have had other vet reports, right? Over the last 2.5 years. Why have none of those been smacked up onto the Twitter or the YouTube when she's smacking up the only one we've ever seen? Frenchie. Kimberlina says she called me a whale. I have powerlifting trophies. Kimberlina, thank you so much for being a member for 17 months. P-Day today, thank you for being a member for 41 months. BBJ is in retirement. LOL. Same for the vet. No. Atomic Dawson, thank you so much for joining memberships. Shamrocks for sure. Oh, well, says, yeah, you made such a big deal to rescue BBJ and take care of her. Where are the bills? Where are the bills? Where are the vet records? Show us a receipt for a nail trim within the last 6 months, Dirtneck, and shut us all up. Prove, number one, that BBJ is still alive. Prove, number two, that you are continuing to foot the bill for her ongoing veterinary care. Do either of those things. You can't. You can't. You know what I think? Because she goes on to talk about how the vets were so impressed with how good a shape she was in. but then how outraged they were that Chantal was going to euthanize a perfectly healthy cat. That was the story on February 23rd, 2023. And it evolved over time into the cat was so neglected. I don't know. Which one is it? I don't know. Let me shut up. We'll finish watching what Frenchie told us on day one. And we'll compare it to what we now know over the last 2.5 years. As Chantel says, Dirtneck, prove it, prove it, prove it. Yeah, prove it. Prove you have paid for one more visit to the vet for that cat over the last 2.5 years. You can't because you didn't. You know what I think? I think that cat ended up getting euthanized pretty shortly after that. Maybe, the cat really was sick, old. Maybe that ended up being Frenchie's vet's recommendation as well. And now how is she going to go back to the internet and say, oh my gosh, you guys, Chantal and her vet, they were right all along. It was time to euthanize the cat. I don't know. What do we know, right? We don't know because the updates did not continue to come. Not even so much as a summary of BBJ's wellness check at the vet. Literally nothing. Nothing.
And of course, this being done, I think it goes without saying, I'm going to be the one to be footing the bill and doing the running around for the vets with BBJ. So today, less than 24 hours after having BBJ had her first vet appointment that I took her to my regular.
Right, Guppy. So child abuse needs to be brought to the community, but a cat that earned her thousands of dollars from the community, that should be kept private. Exactly, Guppy.
Hours after having BBJ had her first vet appointment that I took her to my normal, regular schmegula, the dog's vet. She had her nails clipped. BBJ had 5 nails growing into the pads of her feet today. 5 nails. It was extremely painful what she had to go through today at the vet. Extremely painful. It was, I'm not going to try and make this all about me, but it was a traumatic fucking day today. I go to the vet. They fit us in an emergency appointment because there are nails growing into her feet. So we go to the vet. All the rooms were occupied because they're just fitting me in, except for the room where fucking Ollie was put down. And it's the first time I go back in that room. And it was the technician. One of the technicians was the technician who was there that day. Anyway, I'm already a wreck. We're in that room. Now they've clipped the nails that didn't embed into her feet. And they tell me now to get the ones out that are embedded, they were deeply embedded. It's going to be painful for her. So it took 3
Charlotte, thank you so much for being a member for 16 months. Forever a basic Betty, you shall be. Ironically, what Cutie got in trouble for in Kuwait.
That text today. They had to put the cone, the plastic, I call it the cone of shame, onto little BBJ. 3 of them. 2 holding her down and 1 clipping the nails. BBJ was screaming at the top of her lungs.
Hey, Bunny. Hey, Wicked.
It was horrific to listen to. So bad. I was a wreck. I was bawling my eyes. I was losing my shit. I have my hand on the bench where little Ollie. Anyway, and I'm listening to the cat screaming at the top of her lungs. It was so bad that a vet from a room, another exam room, came and knocked on the door is everything okay in here?
Hey, PEI Catherine. Thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. Happy member anniversary. Forever a basic Betty, you shall be. Better late than never. Thank you for being here, girl.
It was so bad. But she went through it like a fucking champ. Let me tell you, the vets today said,
whoa, Monica Baja Koberger pleaded guilty to avoid the death penalty. Are you serious? Holy moly. Thank you for that update. What the fuck was she just saying?
Exam room came and knocked on the door is everything okay in here? It was so bad. But she went through it like a fucking champ. Let me tell you, the vets today said they couldn't believe her age. They said, wow, she is good for her age.
Oh, they couldn't believe her age. She is good for her age. Okay.
She's on antibiotics now. So she's taking her little antibiotics and there's wipes for her feet to keep them clean. You have to use this a different kind of litter for a week so that she doesn't get a little sand in her feet. Immediately,
Ravina, thank you so much for joining memberships, hon. Forever Basic Betty, you shall be. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Yeah, that's the woman she was going to give a car to. Exactly. It's like this bitch does not have the good sense that God gave her. None of it. Not a lick of it. Do you, Frenchie? You don't.
how can I explain? Like BBJ was walking funny before going to the vet today. She was walking funny. Like on the carpets, she was okay. But as soon as she would go like her feet onto the wood floors, you could see the way she was like teetering from side to side, clearly in pain. I brought her back from the vet. She's just like walking on the wood floors, like immediate difference. Here's something I noticed yesterday. And I'm not a cat person. I don't like cats. I don't hide that, you know? I don't know their behaviors. I noticed that BBJ was licking the crap out of her feet. She kept licking and licking and licking the bottom of her feet, but not to groom, which is like what I imagine cats doing, just licking her feet. And that was like, oh, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me look at her nails. And I saw the nails embedded. It took seeing her for 2 hours to notice the licking of the feet. How could you live with a cat?
Here's my question. Wasn't there like a whole lot of content and discussion for a long, long time before Frenchie ever got her hands on BBJ? Wasn't that kind of like a thing? Wasn't there a lot of talk about the nail trims and the nail care of the cat before? Hey, Toots, I knew that was you. So I don't know, if I was going to be the savior of this cat who has, this ongoing issue that was a big fucking deal about the cat's nails. If that were me, as soon as my brother brought the cat back to the car, that would be the first thing I'd look at. I'd be like, let me see the cat's nails. So you're going to tell me Frenchie just took the cat home and it took her a couple hours before it occurred to her to check the cat's nails? Bullshit. You made that up because you wanted to further drive the point home that Chantel should have known that BBJ's nails were bad and had them taken care of. Like, duh, we already knew that. We already knew that. That was already established. You didn't have to make up this little piece of bullshit lie, this untruth to manipulate that point further, Frenchie. So that's the second thing you lied about because I'm not going to believe that at all. That you were home with the cat for a couple hours and you just noticed the way the cat was doing. Bullshit. You're a liar. I don't like liars, and I especially don't like fat liars. I don't know. Yep, this is how you know she's a manipulative liar. Yes, it's the little things. These little manipulative lies that are clear and obvious that just pile up and pile up and pile up until you're just a big fat manipulative liar with a big potato head on a dirt neck. It's you. That's you, girl.
How could you have had a cat for so long? How could
Exactly. Very good. Big fat liars and the dirt neck emoji. I want to see the dirt neck emojis in the chat, please. Hey, it is what it is. I said what I said.
you know the behaviors, let's say, of cats and not notice that there was something wrong with the behavior of the cat?
Everybody
with the licking of the
knew
feet.
about the problem with the
That's
feet.
like you went out of your way not to notice. Hey, Gorl Tube, happy birthday, Gorl. It's a wreck. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's horrible, but she went through it. She's very strong. She's doing.
Yes, Joanna Freedom. FFG has mastered pandering and virtue signaling. Yes, exactly. Samtastic. She's emotionally manipulative. She is, because she's a psychopath. Her brother even says so.
Great for her.
Yeah, why no video of the cat's behavior or photos? That's an excellent question, Bunny. Great question.
Her age, the vet's
Wait,
very
hold on.
strong.
What was this about her again?
It's horrible, but she went through it. She's very strong. She's doing great for her age. The vets said so today.
Great for her age. The vets said so today. Okay. Fluffy Bats, thank you so much for the super chat, hon. My dog says hey and wanted to brag that his mom lost 18 pounds in 9 weeks on the jab. Holy shit. Congratulations. That is not easy. I've had pretty okay weight loss on the jab, and I tell you what, I sure didn't lose no 18 pounds in 9 weeks. My shit is going slow. Slow and steady. I can't complain. Congratulations, and thank you for the super chat.
I told the vets a bit of the story today because it did take a while. They had to keep giving her breaks. They didn't want to
All right, Bunny, that's an excellent point. I would have video of this behavior to show the vet. And if it was Chantel's pet, I'd be posting that shit all over the internet. Yeah, why didn't you post any video of this strange behavior that led you to be able to recognize that the cat was having problem with its paws? Why didn't you post that? All we got was one picture of BBJ, I'm pretty sure. And she's going to show it here in a second. But isn't that literally like maybe 2? But still, why couldn't she post a video of the cat?
traumatize her too much at her age. I was telling them a bit of a story of this cat. And let me just say, everyone in that office has a new enemy. And
Cold Blue, and that pie was so good. It was just a little like mini pie. It was a small one. I did not eat it all. I could have, I should have, I would have, I didn't.
Life. It was wild today. Wild. So anyway, that was our emergency appointment we went to today because the nails, I wasn't going to leave.
Joanna says they would put the cat under for something that extreme. Yeah, I think you're right. Now with an elderly cat, maybe not, but they would do some sort of anesthetizing. They wouldn't just rip the nails out like that, I don't think. Pat Ray says BBJ got one grooming appointment with a photo shoot right after. I'm amazed people take that as proof she lived a good life from that point on. Yeah, no shit. At least a video of them at the vet. Something.
Her with those nails. Come on. You can't. And they gave us a regular appointment for what they call nose to tail.
Sweetleaf says, since when are Yaba and Sam cool with Charlie? Been meaning to ask that for months. I don't remember being not cool with Charlie. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember having a problem with Charlie or being not cool with her. I don't know. I won't speak for Yaba, but I've never, I don't know. I don't recall ever speaking out on Charlie or anything like that. So I don't know. She kind of went her way and kind of disappeared. And you know me, up until what? A year ago, I was down in the gutter with the attic dwellers and the grift gangers and, covering that shit. Really the only Chantel content I ever really watch is my wife. I really don't watch any ALR stuff either. So, I don't know. Like I said, I've never really had a problem that I'm aware of. You'd have to refresh my memory of a point in time in which I was not cool with Charlie, I guess. So, anyway, thanks for asking.
It's like a full inspection. You know what I mean? They're going to, a full physical, every little piece on her body, and blood tests and urine tests next week. So, next week is kind of getting into the heavy stuff. We'll see.
So this was February 23rd. She said next week BBJ would have the vet appointment, which would have put us into March. And we did see the vet report for that. It was blurry. It was in French, but she posted it. And here we are 2.5 years later. That's still to this day the only vet report she has ever posted or shown, despite promising the community that she would be footing the bill for all of BBJ's veterinary care going forward. Let's not forget that.
Fingers crossed. I was really glad to hear the vet say that she's doing so well for age. The vets were shocked at how great she seems, She was feisty. She's so curious. She was roaming around the exam room. She wanted to just sniff and boops everything. She's very curious. And I don't know, they were blown away by her. They couldn't believe that was a cat that somebody wanted to put down because they were oh, past their prime or ready to go or whatever. Anyway, it was just unanimous outrage today at the vet.
Unanimous outrage at the vet at Chantel saying that she was gonna euthanize her cat.
They couldn't believe it that this cat would be put down. You know, it's what we all thought watching BBJ. She has more life in her than I even thought. So put it that way, because just with those nails out, she's peppy as all hell. She eats like a fucking champ. Let me tell you, that cat can really throw it back. And she's so skinny. And you wonder, how can a cat with such a great appetite be so skinny? Oh, were they trying to starve her? Allegedly conspiracy, whatever, like to make the story more plausible at the vet. We had that theory days ago. I'm more convinced of that now than then, because man, this cat can fucking eat. Like it's not what I was, expecting. Anyway.
Okay, Yaba says Charlie and I had a misunderstanding about something I'm not bringing back up, and we both understand where each were coming from. I'll leave it at that here, but we'll talk about it when I'm live. Bringing back up here while you're okay. Thank you. All right, thank you for that. Okay, so this live stream right here was a week before BBJ had their, I guess their full exam at the vet. So we just got done listening to her say, and mind you, so she didn't like immediately, okay, the date was March 2nd. So that was like 23rd to the 28th is 5 days. Okay, 7 days, a week later. So a week later after this stream on March 2nd is when BBJ had the exam. Now, I don't know the exact date that Dirtneck shared these records, but I highly doubt it was on March 2nd, right? So there was some time, maybe somebody knows, but it doesn't really matter. So we just got done listening to her say that the cat is very strong. The vets couldn't believe her age. They said, wow, she looks good for her age. She's doing great for her age. Frenchie said, really glad to hear the vets say how well she's doing for her age. The vets were shocked about how great she was. And there was unanimous outrage at the vet because Chantel was going to put the cat down. And also that Chantel was possibly trying to starve her. Okay. So in looking at this vet report from March 2nd, 1 week later, number 5 is medical background, rescued from a situation of negligence. So on the 23rd, her report back from the initial vet care, there was, or the initial vet exam where the nails were clipped, and the vets all couldn't believe how great she was, how strong she was, and how well she was doing for her age. And then 7 days later, the medical background reads rescued from a situation of neglect. Whose words were these? Are you telling me that the same veterinary's office who 1 week before could not believe how good she looked for her age, couldn't believe her age, said she was very strong, doing great for her age, how well she was doing for her age? 1 week later, the veterinarian puts in the report that she was rescued from a situation of neglect. How? Okay, Suma just says she was rescued, not that she was neglected. So is the translation wrong? Does the translation not include from a situation of neglect? Does it just say rescued? I'd like to know. Bloomers 31, thank you so much for the super chat. I have a vet who is a closer friend, and she said when there are signs of abuse, they have to report it legally. Why didn't the vet report it? Thank you so much, Bloomers, for the super chat. I will say, and I don't know because I, again, don't watch Frenchie. I didn't follow the situation like that. But in recent days, Frenchie is saying that she's claiming that the vet did report it, that she told the community that the vet reported it back when it happened. And it's that was that. Do you guys, does anyone in the chat remember Frenchie saying at any point previously prior that the vet did report the neglect? All right. So let's see. This number 4 reason for consultation history: eats better since claws are no longer in the pads. PUPD, don't know what that means. Vomited a hairball only once. No sneezing, no coughing. Okay, so no sneezing or coughing. Let's see. Wait, does that say what she's feeding her? Whiskas dry wet. That's what you're feeding the cat, Frenchie. Whiskas wet and dry food. Isn't that like really cheap? I thought this was your niece now. This was a part of this cat was in your family now, and that she was going to be spoiled for the rest of her life, and you're feeding her dry and wet whiskas. I mean, whatever, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Temperature 38.3, pulse, don't care about that. General appearance, alert, normal behavior, impatient, manipulation with bad cat collar. I don't know what that means. Body condition is 3 out of 9. Skin, smooth coat, no film or flea waste, beautiful development of pads where she had ingrown claws, no secretions or inflammation today. FFG insisted she didn't want to report Chantal. She did not say the vet was going to do it. Thank you, Pat Ray. Okay, let's see. Eyes, nose, normal appearance, absence of secretions, redness or visible lesions. Ears, moderate secretions, no reddening of the ear canals. Mouth, tartar 3+ and associated gingivitis. Hydration adequate. Mucous membranes, pink and moist mucous membranes. Hair recoloring time less than whatever seconds. Okay, normal vascular abdomen supple and not painful. No mass effect. Absence of abnormalities. Normal size and consistency. Okay, atrophied muscle mass. Moderate pain on extension of hips. Cracking in knees. Complete orthopedic exam not carried out. Normal mental status, no ataxia, normal, whatever. Complete examination not carried out. Okay. Rectal examination not performed. Analysis, hyperthyroid, CKD, bacterial urinary infection, heart murmur, osteoarthritis, and periodontal disease. Holy shit. Okay, that's a lot going on for an old cat. I'll give you that. Discussions included, recommendations and treatment implemented. Okay. Recommend transition to a renal food. Okay, so did BBJ did BBJ start getting her special kidney food? If so, FFG, are you buying that? Are you continue to buy that for the cat? Because I know that shit ain't cheap. I think like a 1-month supply of that special, what is it? What are the urinary tract food that you have to have a prescription to get, even at like the PetSmart or whatever? A 1-month supply of the wet and the dry food is like $100 a month. Surely, Dirtneck has a receipt for that. No. Chronic kidney disease. Okay, thank you. CKD is chronic kidney disease. Got it. So recommend transition to a renal food for the kidney disease. Start some medicine twice a day and recheck at the end of treatment. Oh, was there a recheck at the end of the treatment? It says start treatment flamazole at 2.5 milligrams twice a day and recheck at the end of treatment. Okay, where's the receipt for that? You're a big fat liar. I don't believe this cat ever got any more vet treatment. Still waiting for the Pro BMP. Clean ears regularly as needed. Recheck in 2 weeks. Okay, so was there a 2-week recheck on BBJ? Recheck urine analysis and recheck renal values. And then osteoarthritis info and recommend Silenza injections. Is the cat getting that? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Lord have mercy. All these rechecks. All right. Anyway, back to the live stream. I just kind of want to go over, compare what she's saying, initially to what the vet record said. So this really good shape for a senior cat. Exactly. So this is really good shape for a senior cat. I mean, that's a lot. It talks about potentially being referred to a cardiologist in the future. It talks about recheck this, recheck that, come back in 2 weeks, more blood work, special food. Like there's a lot going on with BBJ, right? And this was 2.5 years ago. So where's BBJ? What kind of condition is BBJ in 2.5 years later? Has BBJ been getting the Silencia injection or however you say it? Is BBJ getting their renal diet cat food? Is BBJ, talked about it, but nothing's shown, of course. Thank you so much for the super chat. Learn the hard way. I don't have notifications on. Holy crap, Orbits. Well, you're here now, and thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for paying your late tax.
Long story short, until next week, there's nothing else to say. Wait. There's a little something to show, though. Hold on. Wait. Here's the little toots. Perky. Chilling. Happy. Interested. She's into everything. She's like a little yenta. She really likes to investigate stuff. Oh, she's into everything. And very social, very nice. Just, I don't know. She's a gem. What can you say? She's such a good girl. She didn't deserve what was planned for her. And I don't know. I can't think of a better outcome at the end. Where BBJ is going to live, I mean, you guys know me. I'm a fucking animal lover. You know how animals are in my family. We treat them like the kids because there are no kids in my family. BBJ is now one of the children in my family. She's like, she's like my niece. Oh my God, she's my niece. BBJ's my niece now. That is so sweet. And we like to spoil all the children in this family. So I guess, it goes without saying, BBJ is going to live the rest of her days being absolutely catered to, spoiled, doted on, treated like the little queen that she is. And yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that? What are all these things you're saying about BBJ?
BBJ's my niece now. That is so sweet. And we like
BBJ's my niece now.
To spoil all the children in this family. So I guess, it goes without saying, BBJ is going to live the rest of her days being absolutely catered to, spoiled, doted on, treated like the little queen that she is. And yeah, that's the story. Next week, I will have more to say once, blood tests, urine tests, full physical happens. But for now, she's a fucking champ, man. This cat.
Yeah, this was when she was lying and saying that her sister-in-law had her. And then she changed her story. And now she just won't say shit about where the cat's at. Ain't that weird? Why? And why did you lie off top? And Carrie Ludwig wants to know, where is the Gucci collar?
Did not deserve not only what Chantal was planning to do to her, 5 nails embedded in her feet. 5. And remember, everyone, this is the second time that this has happened in the last 2 years. You remember when she finally went and took the cat to get their nails trimmed with that Roman guy? And you remember that? The nails had started puncturing the little bean toes and growing into her feet? Okay. That was bad. That was disgusting. That outraged the community, and rightly so. But, you could almost say, okay, maybe she didn't know. Maybe she didn't notice. She had been so cracked out at the time. She had her head so far up her own ass, she didn't even notice, whatever. A lesson should have been learned from that. And then it happens like a year later again. 5 nails. I've calmed down now. It's been a couple hours or a few hours now since the vet. I was livid. I kept saying, I'm going to tear her a new fucking ass tonight. And so I was so mad. I calmed down a little bit, but the cruelty.
What number of eviction was she on when she recorded this? 8.
How somebody can do that to an animal. Like, if you don't want to take care of the animal, surrender the fucking animal. You don't let an animal at that age, or any fucking age, come on. You do not let an animal suffer like that. You don't fuck with cats. Everybody knows that. You, Chantal, you're obsessed with the Luca.
Yeah, you don't fuck with cats.
Fuck with cats. Do not let an animal suffer like that. You don't fuck with cats. Everybody knows that. You, Chantal, you're obsessed with the Luca Magnotta story. Well, you know where that whole story took place? In Montreal, on the Carry, same street as the Orange Julep. Girl, you don't fuck with cats in this city. You need
Oh, you don't fuck with cats in Montreal, huh? Charlotte, thank you for the super chat, hon. Everybody. I think everybody who supported this at one time and is now, come to see the light feels that way. At least maybe a little. Don't beat yourself up. How are you to know? She's a master manipulator. She's manipulated everybody in her life, including her own family, for her whole life.
to understand that, okay? Just disgusting, man. Anyway, so that's the story of BBJ. I will have more updates next week. That's all. Now, did like Chantal said, yes, a Beezer was adamant about getting this cat, and that's all true. It's not like it wasn't true. And a Beezer absolutely wanted the cat, adamant about getting the cat, and was a Beezer, but also my sister-in-law. So I'm just saying, Chantal, number one,
that's not true. That's a lie. Why were you lying off top? Why?
There's a few life lessons to be taken from this, besides the fact that you tried to abandon or do worse to the cat. Number one, you should have taken the fucking NDA and the $3,000 when I offered it to you, you dumbass. That's number one. That's a big number one up your ass. Number two, you who 2 days ago was gloating on the internet about how much smarter you are than me.
I am eating my dinner.
Never, Cornt, think that Cornt can outdo Montreal. It is
Listen to that weird shit.
You are than me. Oh. Number two, you who 2 days ago was gloating on the internet about how much smarter you are than me. Never, Cornt, think that Cornt can outdo Montreal. It is what it is. You take the brightest and the smartest from Cornt and you put it up against the dumbest fuck from Montreal. We will still smoke you 3 fucking ways. You won't even understand what happened. It is what it is, Chantal. It is what it fucking is. Now, instead of fucking starting with me, because I know what's going to come with this, I'm just going to say, number one, the vets were outraged about the animal neglect that is evident that they saw today, and they haven't even gone further than the nails.
That's not what you just said. That is not what you just said. You said, and I quote, "The vets couldn't believe her age. Wow, she looks good for her age," the vet said. "She's very strong. She's doing great for her age," the vet said. "I was really glad to hear the vets say how well she's doing for her age. The vets were shocked at how great she seems." You just said that. Was nobody in her chat on February 23rd, 2023 listening to this shit real time? Catching her literally lying? Changing the story? We're not even 20 minutes in. She's told us 2 totally different things.
I wouldn't open a can of worms with me because the vets are on my side. Just so we're all fucking clear here. Okay.
What is that? What is that sniffing thing she does? What the fuck is that? Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. No one should feel bad for trying to help. I love y'all for that. Fuck you, French fried. French fried girl is the guilty rat that took advantage here. That's right, Wicked Crafter. Thank you for saying that.
That's all, Chantal. Don't fuck with cats and never fucking underestimate me again, bitch. All right, that is all. High five, virtual high five, everybody. The cat is safe. I attest to that myself. Okay, BBJ updates will always come. You want to know about BBJ? You know what I mean? I'll ask my fucking sister-in-law. Everyone will find out about BBJ. And next week, like I said, full physical, blood work, urine test. We'll see what's up with BBJ. And
Exactly, babe. If BBJ was going to just be put down, it probably would have been better if Chantal did it rather than a stranger. Just saying. Exactly. You are not wrong.
Whatever she needs done will absolutely be done.
Oh, what was that?
Like I said, full physical, blood work, urine test. We'll see what's up with BBJ, and whatever she needs done will absolutely be done. There you go. I had to keep vague about it because I didn't want to ruin it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say something, ruin it. I didn't know. I was waiting till the last minute to see, literally driving to fucking Ottawa yesterday, wondering at the last second would the whole thing fall apart, you know? And the thing about the new owners saying to cancel the vet appointment and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because I was really worried that if she took the cat to the vet, she might go through with her plan. It's the only reason. You could have paid to trim the fucking cat's nails and get the antibiotics.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pause and call bullshit on that too. Listen to that back again.
Appointment and blah, blah, blah. At the last second, would the whole thing fall apart, you know? And the thing about the new owners saying to cancel the vet appointment and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because I was really worried that if she took the cat to the vet, she might go through with her plan. It's the only reason. You could have paid to trim the fucking cat's nails and get the antibiotics and all that yourself, Chantal. But I was.
So the only reason you said don't take the cat to the vet and get the vet's nails taken care of before you got your hands on her is because you were worried that Chantal would just put her down. Even though Chantal believed she was talking to a beezer who wanted to give the cat, you know, a great new home. You really think that Chantal would have just put the cat down anyway and then had to come back to the internet and say, yeah, Beezer wanted the cat, but I took BBJ to get her nails trimmed and I put her down. Bullshit. She was worried she wouldn't have been able to cash in the way she did. Exactly. Yaba also says the point was her to live the rest of her life out, but she's hiding what really happened for some weird reason, and she's obviously lied from the beginning. Obviously lied from the beginning. Repeatedly. How far are we into this? 17 minutes, 57 seconds. How many lies have we clocked so far? And for what reason? For what reason? Why are you lying at all about this situation?
Afraid that's what she would do. So I'm like, no, we're going to get there before that. And I want to take her to my vet. Don't worry. All is well that ends well. BBJ is fine. Better than fine. She's better today than she was yesterday. Better than she's been for a long time. Her feet now don't hurt, you know? So I love that. Thank you guys so much for all the super chats. I'm sorry. There's no way I could have kept up with that. I had to just tell the story. I'm a ball of nerves right now.
Exactly. That's why Frenchie was so mad at Just Saying. Just Saying was offering to help to get a mobile vet. And Frenchie didn't want that then either because this was the plan. Exactly. Sorry, I can't read for shit because it's small. And I did a stream where we watched that. We actually watched that stream of Just Saying's when Just Saying was, I believe Chantal was in chat, was she not? And Just Saying was trying to get her to, Chantal to agree to let them send a mobile vet. And Frenchie got real shitty with Just Saying. Hold on. I'm going to share the link to that stream in the chat. You guys can go watch it yourself. There it is.
Of nerves. And I'm on antibiotics myself. I have my friggin' ear infection. It's been one hell of a couple of days. Evil cackle. So
Evil cackle.
Bon voyage to Kuwait now. No one cares. Yeah, check fucking mate, Chantal. Check fucking mate. You like the attic so much?
Oh,
no one cares.
Hold on. I need that timestamp. Hold on.
Yeah, check fucking mate, Chantal. Check fucking mate. You like the attic so much? How do you like that? So everybody, besides that, is everybody good? I know yesterday I didn't say anything because it was like
That's going on the soundboard. That's disturbing.
Kuwait now. No one cares. Yeah, check fucking mate, Chantal. Check fucking mate. You like the attic so much? How do you like that? So everybody, besides that, is everybody good? I know yesterday I didn't say anything because it was like
Stir fry. She made chicken stir fry and it's so fucking good. Did you hear how she had to swallow back down when she hawked up when she was chuck fucking mating Chantal? Listen again.
check fucking mate, Chantal. Check fucking mate. You like the attic so much? How do you like that? So everybody, besides that, is everybody good? I know yesterday I didn't say anything because it was like I was in somewhat of a shock, and
Exactly. Frenchie, Chantal wears a diaper, bro. You're fighting with someone who wears a diaper. God, I love it. Great. Continue.
it's not like me. Usually I wake up in the morning and I start rage tweeting often, or just like tweeting. There has to be tweets in the morning. So I'm sitting there like not wanting to give up anything and like, what the fuck do I tweet? What the fuck do I tweet? So I just tweeted something like, fingers crossed that everything works out today for BBJ. And I didn't mean that in like a, oh, leaving everyone hanging. I literally meant that because I didn't believe until that fucking cat was in my brother's possession that this, like, it was a success, you know? So that's what I meant by cross your fingers today for BBJ. But everything worked out fine. Diabolical. I love it. Okay, now. Oh yeah, Julie, that's right. I did
That's a really good point. Dungeons and Roses, I think part of the reason she doesn't give updates is because BBJ was taking her spotlight. She is a main character. Yep, she's got main character syndrome and needs to have the ass pat. Thank you for that. Pat Ray says Frenchie started up her own stream after cutting into Just Saying's chat and said she had never been more mad in her life because of Chantal talking to Just Saying. Really? Oh, but Frenchie can talk to Chantal whenever she wants. It was so weird, petty, and selfish. She shut it down. Wow.
tweet that before, but it was true. I wanted to go live earlier, but we had the nail appointment. I tweet like, guys, we're gonna go on late tonight. I have a nail appointment at 4, and everyone's like, bitch, you don't get your nails. What the fuck are you talking about? And you were right. It was hilarious. Anyway, the little queen had her nail appointment today. They also shaved her butt today because she had like mats and like butt stuff. It's Thursday, I'm sorry, and I'm mentioning butt stuff. She had like long unruly fur, and there was like poop in the fur, so they just shaved her ass today. That's cool. They didn't really ask. They're just like, we're shaving her ass. I was like, okay. Like, I don't
JS is Just Saying. She's a clip channel. She is a clip channel.
know about cats.
Somebody who was friends with Frenchie, actually IRL friends, Just Saying traveled from the United States to Canada and like visited Frenchie. They were doing collabs together and Frenchie literally just turned on her one day and destroyed her. It was really sick. I did a stream about it. The link should be in the chat. Hold on. Where'd it go? This one. Share, copy. That should be it. Is it? Let me see. Yep, that's it. Oh my God, I'm on camera. I look so cute too.
You do what you need to do, you know. They know what they're doing. Dingleberries. I mean, yeah, there was poo all smashed up in her butt fur. Yeah. Anywho, she's clean, fresh, living her best life, and she can actually walk now and enjoy, you know. Huh. Yay. I'm glad it's over. I was fucking nervous, Rap. I'm nervous. Oh, yeah. I just wanted it to work out. You know what I mean? Chins is going to freak. Chins can say fucked. You know what she should do? I mean, of course she's going to freak. It's Chantal. She can't fucking help herself. She's a wreck. You know what I mean? Even to be this wrong, not only wrong with what she was going to do to BBJ, but just the fucking nail. I'm telling you, I was like, ooh, I was, I'm not going to say that. I was just fine when the nail thing happened this afternoon. I did not have the urge to do anything crazy. No, I was so mad. So mad. I was a wreck. Oh my God. I called my dad from the car on the way back. It was so, I was bawling. I'm bawling for BB.
Oh, she called her dad from the car. She talks to her dad. That's interesting. Rojo, thank you so much for the super chat, hun. FFG is evil. Another one with no home training. That long nose inhale and cackle while obsessing over foodie. She literally said the other day she's stalking Chantal and people near Chantal's area. Holy shit. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the support of my channel, girl.
BJ, I'm bawling for Ollie. I'm bawling for the whole situation and stuff. And just so fucking thankful that, you know, the familia all pulled together and we fucking made this happen. Like, would BBJ even be here anymore?
The familia pulled together and you all made this happen. Interesting.
More today? I don't fucking know, you know? All right, can we move on? I need a distraction. My head is fucking spinning. Let's move on. It's done. It's over. I'll have an update next week when we go to the next appointment, okay? Now, here's what we're going to react to today. We're going to react to the Beano Bees from yesterday, only because I like the timeline of it all. It's intriguing to me. So to set up the timeline of the power, you know what? Hold on. Shush. You know I was getting the tab. Hold on. Fuck your Beano Bees. Hold on. Let me get the tab.
To bring me back BBJ or Amy Flowers, you're going to be doxxed, okay? The person who's supposed to have BBJ is Amy Flowers. She went way too fucking far. And people think this is okay. It's okay to do this to someone else. Steal someone's cat.
Nobody stole anyone's cat. Amy is my sister-in-law. And Amy absolutely has BBJ. Like, I don't want a cat. Everybody knows I don't want a cat, but it's my absolute pet.
Okay, so she just said Amy is my sister-in-law. Why is she lying about this? Why? She said Amy is my sister-in-law. Why is she lying? I have to know. I'm not going to let that rest.
Pleasure to pay the bills for the cat's vet. What's the problem?
Fuck off, Mr. Stahl. This isn't about drama. This is real life. You people need an effing life, okay? This is harassment. So you have until tomorrow morning, bitch, to bring me back my cat, or else I'm calling the police. And you will, because I did not give you the cat. You are my stalker. You are my...
I'll tell you what. If you want the cat, you meet me at my vet. And, I mean, if you end up leaving there with the cat, that would be a miracle. But you want to discuss the cat, you meet me at my vet.
Are my stalker. You have one.
Maggie, thank you so much for the super chat. Once again, as a Flowers, we don't claim Amy. Thank you so much. Catalina, thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever a Basic Betty, you shall be too, girl.
You have till tomorrow morning. You have till tomorrow morning. You disgusting, depraved human being. Yes, it's my cat, Babs. Fuck you, asshole. Goodbye. I didn't give it to FFG, so what they did is illegal. What they did is fraudulent. Whenever I call the police and tell them that this harasser who's been stalking me and fucking harassing me for however long has my cats, are you serious?
Really, Gen X says, could it have been her brother's girlfriend and she has said her sister-in-law? No, absolutely not. The brother has said that the cat did not go to his girlfriend, his wife, because he doesn't have one. No, he has said that.
I don't care if it's your relative. She's going to give the cat back. Trust me. Watch. What do you mean 5 pads? Shut the fuck up. I have receipts of me. I know you all think it's really, really cool to see me like this right now, right? You're sick human beings, all right? You're fucking sick. If you get pleasure and give money.
Just remember that who's fucking sick? Ooh, she's trembling. Their voice is trembling right now. We're sick because the cat is alive and now does not have nails sticking into the pads of her feet. We're sick. Okay, sure, whatever you say. money to this fucking bitch who literally stole my cat. You're fucked up. That's false identity to take my cat. Jack, thank you. You are in shit, but you're not smart enough to realize that yet. What false identity? That shit crazy. This woman is insane. You're crazy. I don't know what to tell you, girl.
What do you mean? Okay. Earlier in the stream when she when she admitted that she told Chantel not to take the cat to her vet appointment, she said that she messaged her and told her that she messaged her. So yeah, good question. If FFG is not Amy Flowers, but it was Amy Flowers messaging Chantal about the cat, are you saying that it was Frenchie saying that she had access to log in to Amy Flowers' account to be able to talk to Chantal through Amy Flowers? Like, it does not fucking pass the sniff test, Frenchie. It doesn't. Art of Savagery, thank you so much for the super chat, hon. Could she want to hide Amy because it proves she was a paying beezer and we can see all the things Amy said in chat over time? I don't know. I have no idea. But thank you for the super chat. Miss Ann says, I think it was one of her viewers and they made the story up. Obviously, I don't know, but I think that it's obvious that Frenchie is definitely lying about the majority of this. Because it doesn't make sense. She just got done saying that she messaged Chantel, told her not to take the cat to the vet because she didn't want her changing her mind and putting the cat down anyway. But now she claims it was Amy Flowers. Okay, P-Day.
You dug yourself a grave. Goodbye, biatch. Goodbye. The Wicked Witch is fucking dead. I can't wait. And if you don't give my cat back, I will fucking find you and I will get her myself. Is that a threat? That kind of sounds like a threat. Just saying. No, hippieista? She won? Are you going to give her money in jail? I hope so. I hope so. That's where this bitch is going. If you don't...
That was hippieista. Okay, hold on. Look at this. Where'd it go? I just put it on here. Okay, here we go. All right. Thank you, P-Day. Hey, Cancer Warrior. I see you, girl. How you doing? Are you feeling better? Glad you're here. Where was I? Shit. Oh, okay. That was P-Day that sent this, right? It says, yes, theft by deception is a form of fraud and is a criminal offense in Canada, including Cornwall. And then here it says Cornwall police charge woman with fraud theft dated June 6, 2025. It says the woman was charged with fraud under 5,000 and theft under 5,000. Thank you for that. Just something to think about. Didn't FFG actually give us all a big story about her bed-bound sister-in-law? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, I don't know, Jessica MG.
See how disturbing and far she's taken it? Are you serious? You people are insane. Insane. No, tiny lasagna. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. No. No, I'm not fucking with cats, okay? You're causing false outrage for nothing. This is what... Where's the false outrage? I can absolutely, like, I don't know, community tab the bill from the vet and the results next week. Where's the false outrage? There's absolutely no false outrage. What you're doing right now is false outrage. You're not mad about your fucking cats or mad, oh, she stole my cat. You're mad today about 5 nails sticking into the pads of her feet. It's not deeper than that. This is what she's doing, and she's going to pay. She's going to pay. Do not worry. She's going to pay.
Okay, so in the chat, Jessica MG, they're saying that, yeah, she said she was disabled, etc. when she was talking to Foodie. FFG backed the claim when she took the cat. So again, lies upon lies upon lies coming from Frenchie. Why all the fucking lies, Frenchie? At the end of the day, if you were rescuing the cat because the cat needed to be rescued and you are a Captain Save a Cat do-gooder, why would you need to lie? Because once you got the cat out of the house and into your possession, what does it matter? Like, why lie? If the cat really truly was being brought into your familia and she was part of the family now and going to be taken care of forever and, literally rescued, like you said she was, why are you lying about the circumstances surrounding how you got the cat and where the cat went to after you got the cat? I don't understand why the lies. If it's all above board and, would be community approved, especially in Montreal as well as online, then why couldn't you tell the truth? No, Toots, that stream is coming probably tomorrow. But speaking of her family, and the truth about her brother, I will tell you something, or I will read for you one of our DMs, my DM with Chris, who I've been speaking with, and who you will be hearing from in the near future. He promises that, in fact, let me read it exactly the way he worded it. I don't want to misquote. He says, I can tell you, however, that a lot of stuff is going to come out in the near future. Everything you asked here pretty much will be answered. Not just answered with hearsay or stories, but answered with receipts and in a way that hasn't happened in the past. That's what her brother said. So I don't know about you, but I'm kind of looking forward to that, Yamano Zami, thank you so much for being a member for 37 months. Sam is the smartest and best investigative reporter on these streets. You got that right, Yamano Zami. Thank you so much for your continued support. Y'all want to hear what else her brother said to me? Or you want to save it for tomorrow? Let's see. Okay, I'll read you one more. I'm only going to read you one more. All right. He says, what I can say is that none of this is a shock to me. This is in response to something I said to him, right? Says, what I can say is none of this is a shock to me. My sister will weaponize anything possible. Since a young age, it was very clear that she lacks empathy and has no moral compass. He goes on to say, when I confronted her about why she is lying about me being a drug addict, etc., after seeing Yaba's video with the email that was leaked from a Discord, she weaponized the fact that I've struggled with mental health along with other things just as bad on that level of weaponizing sexual assault of a child and told me to drop dead. What you see online is what you get in real life as well, but none of that phases me because I've not been close to my sister at all for about 20 years for this exact reason. We were never close at all. It's not even really a bad relationship. It's beyond that. People stay distant from my sister for a reason. Deceit, lies, manipulation. It never ends. Damn, Frenchie, your brother really thinks very, 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 very poorly of you. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'll since this is related to the BBJ thing. I'll read this one. Okay. It says, also, just to know one thing I can answer is yes, I did pick up BBJ from Chantal's house for 2 reasons. 1, my sister literally has not one friend in real life, and so she needed to ask me. 2, I've had cats my entire life, so she wanted a little assistance. I'm going to read that one again. I'm just going to read it one more time. Says also, just so you know, one thing I can answer is yes, I did pick up BBJ from Chantal's house for 2 reasons. 1, my sister literally has not one friend in real life, so she needed to ask me. And 2, I've had cats my entire life, so she wanted a little assistance. Damn. Okay, so do you guys want to know? I'm gonna get going because we're almost at 2 hours and I need to get going. But don't worry, we'll have another stream tomorrow. Do you guys want to know how we know for a fact, for sure, 100%, that is Frenchie's brother and not a troll, not somebody pretending to be Frenchie's brother? Do you want to hear it? Okay, here it goes. So we were looking at his Twitter. He's not real active on the Twitter, but like he said, he only uses his Twitter for communicating with Gorl World. So this is his Twitter, and it's totally fine to show it because Chris, her brother, came to Twitter and came to YouTube of his own accord, right? Like nobody looked him up and, contacted none of her haters, nothing like that. No, he came to, oh, that's right. Also Reddit. Yeah, it was his post on Reddit. He came to Reddit. He came to Twitter. He came here himself to talk about his sister. Okay. He is the one that came to us. Just like with Sean's brother, Ryan, right? If you know, you know. If you don't, it's not that important. But just like with Ryan, Ryan came to us. Okay. Ryan came to me, wanted to talk about Sean and Mandy. Chris came to us. So it's totally fine. Oh my God, Mango Kush Dragon. He looks like a sexy lumberjack. Dot, 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 dot. Who's Ryan? Ryan is truthfully Trisha's ex-husband, Sean. It's his brother. And yeah. Okay, so yeah, Chris came to us, right? This is Frenchie's brother's Twitter. And as you can see, he is interacting with everybody. He is saying these things out in the open too, right? Look. And in one of these Twitter posts, I don't know which one, but in one of them where somebody presses him and asks if that's really him or whatever, he says something to the effect of, you can contact me on Facebook. If you aren't sure this is me, my Facebook name is the same name and you can contact me there. Look at this. He's even commenting under tweets that Yaba's made about his sister. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, here. How do we know that's her actual brother? Right here. How do we know that's her actual brother? And Hater Tater said, I put this together a while ago and there's more. So there's Hater Tater's presentation on how we know that's really him. But here's Chris himself. Says, I've been contacted by God knows how many people, both on Reddit and on my Facebook, ever since these events occurred. You can do the same easily. All you need to search for is Feldman, Montreal. There's about 3 men with that last name. Feel free to do the same. You have my permission. Okay, well, then you say, okay, well, how do we know that is? Hey, Cats Rule. So good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. So how do we know that that's really his Facebook, right? A troll can make a fake Facebook too. Well, like Yaba says in the chat, his Facebook dates back to 2020. Right here, he's saying you can search me up on Facebook, like totes, go for it, right? So, okay, let's have a look at his Facebook page, shall we? Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Okay, so here's his Facebook page. Lives in Montreal. It's the same picture. This post is from March 13th, 2024. Oh, look, there's Dirt Neck's mom. Says, to the sweetest soul I've ever known, you just happen to be my mother. I love you, Mom. Carol Feldman, 12/25/48 to 9/16/23. Look, and then here is a family member. Literally says, she adored you. This family member just so happens to live in Greece, which I find interesting because this is a family member, and this family member comments quite a bit on not only Chris's Facebook, but also Dirt Neck's dad's Facebook, right? The dad's on Facebook too. So this Anna person is definitely a family member who's close with her Canadian relatives. Yet, if you look at this particular family member's Facebook who lives in Greece, there's no mention of her cousin or whatever coming to visit Greece recently. Anyway, whatever about it. Yes, Yaba says, long story short, we talked to him on Facebook Messenger. Well, anyway, so yeah, we looked at his Facebook. We definitely confirmed and were comfortable with the fact that this is the real Chris Feldman's Facebook. That's their mom. Their dad's on here, a cousin. Look, this picture is from July 10th, 2021. It's the same picture. So Yaba messaged him on Facebook and basically said, you know, are you the same Chris Feldman from Twitter, right? Well, whole time, I had messaged Chris on Twitter in DMs, and Chris wrote me back in Twitter on DMs, and I was like, hey, bro, I just want to make sure like this is really you, right? And not a troll. So Yaba messaged you on Facebook. Can you message her back so we know it's really you? Because, I mean, like I said, we didn't look at the whole Facebook together, but there's no doubt at all whatsoever that that is legitimately Dirt Neck's brother's real life Facebook. And he said, sure, no problem. And he went to the Facebook message that Yaba sent him and he replied to it. So absolutely. Oh, and then also he told me that we could just talk in Facebook Messenger messages instead of Twitter DM. It's just easier for him and it's easier for me too. So yeah, it's the same damn Facebook page. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. Frenchie got all the fugly. Damn. That's a fucking banger. Thank you for that, Wicked Crafter. Let's see. Pat Ray says, I believe she went to Greece because there's no way anyone else on this earth has those lumpy ham claws that we saw gripping a full sugar soda. That's a good point. Fondue Spiteful Bitch says, Chris Feldman inbox is about to be on fire. Chris Feldman, he absolutely knows who the players are. He knows who everybody is. He watches. He keeps up. He knows what's been going on. He even spoke on the fact that his sister is weaponizing the sexual assault of a 4-year-old child in her internet slap fight. He said he's not surprised at all whatsoever that that's how she is. She's just diabolically evil. Okay, so Sonia, I saw Yaba respond to you directly in the chat a few minutes ago when you asked basically the same question. So somebody who used to be close to Frenchie told us that Frenchie's brother is an addict and that she basically keeps him quiet by giving him money or whatever. And we had no reason to believe that that wasn't true. But now, now that we know how much Frenchie lies, yeah, okay, Cats rule. Now that we know how much Frenchie lies, right? Like we literally just saw it with our own eyes in the first 5-10 minutes of the BBJ stream, how quickly and easily she lies for no fucking reason. No, I think that Frenchie was telling people that her brother was a junkie to, discredit him, to ensure that, if people started believing that that was really her brother airing her ass out on the internet, that they would discredit him because, oh, well, Frenchie said he's a junkie, so, you know, I absolutely can see that that is definitely one of her manipulation tactics. Imagine wanting to discredit your own brother so that he doesn't air you out to the internet that you have been lying to for years. For years. Hold on, I have my jacket on. I'm freezing in here. No problem, Sonia. Yeah, exactly. Rachel Hay, like the picture I've seen of her brother, he doesn't look like a, crackhead to me. Now he does say that he suffers from mental illness and that Frenchie has weaponized that against him. She told her brother to drop dead. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but this was fairly recently. I don't know exactly when, but fairly recently, Frenchie, out of her own mouth, she told this story about how close her and her brother are now since their mom's passing, and how like some shit about how their mom made them promise before she died that they would get along or whatever, and that they made that pact and that promise to their dying mother that they would get along and never fight again. Remember? And she basically said that, don't even try it, because me and my brother, we get along so great now. We're best friends now. And we now have a bond that can never be broken. Lies. All lies. Okay, I said I was going to go, but I want to play some more of this. So let's watch some more of this together, shall we?
So this is what happened. Anybody worried? Yeah, good. Me neither. Happened, okay? Harassment, and yes, people are messaging me, charged with harassment and stalking. You made my case. No.
Chantel, you are so stupid and fat and lazy. You're right. She did make your case. You had a case. You could have nailed this bitch and you did nothing because you're fat and lazy. And ultimately, that's why you got your cat taken away from you, you dumb bitch, because you're fat and lazy. Cannot stand how fat and lazy that bitch is. I can't. Rojo, thank you so much for the super chat. FFG has to make her brother, Chantel, and fellow creators look bad to boost herself up as a main character. Nasty. Yes, exactly. Classic narcissist.
No, that's what you think. You think that she's okay because she made up a persona or she gave it to a family member, whatever. I was under the impression, and she's sniping? Bitch, you have exactly till tomorrow morning to get your fucking ugly fat ass right to this villa, because I swear if you don't, jail. And you are going to jail for this, by the way. This is way too far. You're again, jail for what? For paying for a vet bill? I don't understand. What's jail? Interesting. Yeah. Oh, just in case anybody didn't know, there's a real special place in Islam for cats, and a special place in hell for you in Islam if you mistreat one. You're going to talk about her. I don't care. You're going to talk about her pads. I also have receipts of talking to Amy Flowers saying, I was in Kuwait for 3 months. BBJ, the vet herself, I will call the fucking vet for receipts if I have to, because you people are psychotic and driving me to this. And this is okay. Well played. No one cares. Honest to God, her face is on my fucking nerves today. After what everything today. Fuck her. Okay, whatever. We will watch it tomorrow. The archive is forever. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let me take a sip of my drink. Hold on. You have until tomorrow. You sound crazy. You sound completely insane. I forgot what she had even said at the end there. I was going to make some comment, but I have no idea what the fuck she said. Wait. Oh, it's gone. It's gone from her channel. Oh, I remembered. Okay, I remember what she had said right at the end. I was gone for 3 months to Kuwait. Well, according to the vet today, that the nails into the pads, it had been for quite a bit longer than 3 months. They were well grown in, Chantal, not just like a little bit poking through. Well grown in, way long.
Thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. Practically Human, Forever a Basic of Betty. Vacation ended today with Sam and Yaba Stream. Hope you had a wonderful vacation. I know the sadness that comes with the end of a vacation. Already looking forward to spring break.
Longer than 3 months. And another thing, you remember while you were actually in Kuwait and there was that whole push from the community?
Oh, Catalina K says, hey, Sam, all that shit FFG would say about her brother setting up her new computer and it breaking, and that's why she doesn't have a webcam. Is it true? I will ask. I will ask my good friend Chris. Thank you for asking. Who was that? Catalina. Appreciate you.
Like, take the cat to the vet. Why can't Pete take the cat to the vet? The cat doesn't seem well. No. The cat was fine. Amazing how that changed real quick, didn't it? Anyway, I don't know what to say. Honestly, she's on my nerves in a big way today. Just that face and that.
Hey, Mushroom Destroyer.
The nerve of her to rage. And I've never heard her voice shake like that. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what to say. All right. Well, we will watch that. Whatever the fuck that she just took down. But not now. I don't have it for the archive. I mean, have it for the archive, but we can't watch it now. A reward for thank you guys. Thank you everybody so much for the super chats. I know we've just like glazed over it. I'm a little fucked up today, okay? With what happened. Today was a big day.
Joanna Freedom, absolutely. Did she ever do karate? Hold on. Oh, we'll also ask if she was really an accountant. Karate account. Oh my god, you guys, we should ask about the Gary Mafia. The Gary Indiana Mafia. Is that what it was? P-Day said so many questions. Yeah, K1's ask about the black belt. What else do we need to ask? If the cat wasn't with her brother, why was BBJ at her mother's house when she was sick and FFG was staying there that time? We heard it meow. I remember that. I remember hearing about the meow, and then she tried to say it was the dog. Oh, God. Brioche. Yes, the lumberjack. Yes. Lumberjack. Got it. I got the lumberjack. Gary, Indiana, Mafia Princess. She was studying to be an accountant. All right. Well, we'll just cover, was she studying or, whatever. Ask him if he's ever ridden an Amtrak because that's my nickname and he can roll. I didn't even know whose comment that was. All right, cats. Simmer down. Don't you have a husband? Let's not forget FFG's Fupa is coming in nicely, just like her twin Chantel from all those super chats. Oh, ask him how much she weighs. Very good. Honestly, I'm going to put that one in parentheses. I'm going to have to think about that one because I'll be very honest with you. Chris seems like he's a decent guy. He really does. He seems like he's a really nice, decent guy. And like, I don't want to like offend him in any way or, you know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, yes, Miss Ann. How long has she been playing the electric flaming guitar? I'll ask that too. Gothic Gene, he did speak on that. No, not the work thing. He spoke on the domestic abuse, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Catalina, was she close to her mom? I think he already answered that. when he was putting those original messages up where he's telling her today will be a good day for you to take care of your mom who's dying of cancer or something like that. There was I remember 2 comments that he made referencing their mom. Oh, Chris's Facebook status is single. Yeah, he says he's single. Ask if her weight loss surgery has exploded with all her new weight. She didn't have weight loss surgery. No, she didn't hammer the coworker. She chased the coworker with a broom. Mushroom Destroyer says, Justine confirmed the lumberjack. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Justine probably would have said whatever Frenchie asked her to say. You want to hear about the black belt and the Popeye arms? Yeah, we'll ask about the Popeye arms. Listen, tomorrow we're going to go over all of the messages that Chris has, not only the private messages Chris has sent, but we're also going to go over all the public messages, everything that he's posted, everything he said. We're going to go over all of that from day 1. So don't worry about them. Don't worry about that. Yes, I'll be back tomorrow. Cuddly Guinea Pigs, thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. Forever Basic Betty, you shall be. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Thank you. Okay, why would you tell us he's single, giving cats real hope over there? I didn't. Somebody, I don't know, somebody put it in chat. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was more related to her claim that the cat went to her sister-in-law, but his Facebook channel or his Facebook profile is single. That's where I was coming from with it. Thank you, Salva. What happened to her relationship with Shannon? I wonder if he might know that, Carrie Ludwig. We'll ask. We'll ask if he knows anything about what happened with her friendship with Shannon. Miss Ann, pay him. I don't think he's necessarily interested in being paid for anything like that. Yeah, they say Chantel always lies. Rule number 1, Chantel lies. Rule number 1, FFG lies, and her brother will fucking back that up. Catalina, sure. Just DM me your questions. I'll definitely take them to him. Oh, ask him if her computer has a camera. Okay. I'll include that on the did you set up her computer. Does it have he might not know because really from the sounds of it, from what it sounds like to me, I don't think they've really seen much of each other since 2023. Rojo says, I bet FFG regrets coming for you and Yaba now. Yeah, probably. And if she doesn't yet, she will after tomorrow. Boy, it's going to be a long day for you, huh, Frenchie? Y'all are so funny. Okay, just saying met the lumberjack in person, Sam. Just asked just saying about it. He was real, but FFG treated him poorly. I mean, again, I understand that Just Saying might have said those things, but I also think that Just Saying would have gone along with anything that Frenchie asked her to say and go along with. I just don't believe it. Oh, yeah. Where's the Spite House and where's the lumberjack? Exactly. I'm going to write Spite House in all caps because I do not want to miss that one. Did she not know who that greasy wife was? Huh? Yeah, how would he know unless he helped her with FFG's PC? Right. Oh, yeah. FFG threatened to dox Just Saying for sure. Oh, what happened to her pups? Oh, boy. That's a good one. Oh, he spoke about her evictions. We'll talk about that tomorrow. He did say something about her evictions. Oh, that's right, Rachel. She was doxxed. You're right. Tell him to sneak a pic. You'll pay $500 for a current picture. Okay, you know what? Since you're offering that kind of money, Cancer Warrior, I'll totally bring it up to him. But I can't promise that he'll do it. Mango's about to be your new best friend. Is the lumberjack the man she stalked who had a YouTube channel? I don't think so. FFG is a self-proclaimed asshole. When people show you who they are, believe them. That's right, Joanna Freedom. Has she had run-ins with the law outside of the evictions, Catalina K? Yes. Yes, she has. He talked about that too. Melanie Carroll says, so she has BBJ. Her brother said that on Twitter in the past. He did say that, and I believe she did. Does she have BBJ present day? We don't know. I've already asked him if he knows where BBJ is, and he did not come out and answer me. What he said was basically, what I can tell you is that basically all the questions I've already asked him, he didn't answer all of them. In fact, he answered very little, but he said, like, all of your questions are going to be answered pretty soon with receipts. So I believe him. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Yamano Zamani says, make that 520. They'll throw in $20. All right. I'm writing that down. Uh-oh. I have a Facebook Messenger notification. Let's see who it's from. Is it from Chris Feldman? Oh my God, it is. Okay. Hold on. All right. Okay, so I had asked him earlier in the day. I said, okay, so you said a lot of stuff is going to come out in the near future. Care to elaborate? And he responded just now and said, BBJ being the main thing. Who's that? Hold on, wait. I just read a comment. Brioche says, oh my God, is he here? Was I right? Is he tired of going to bed alone? Hold on. Okay. Okay, so I don't know. I asked him if he cared to elaborate. I asked him, because I don't know, like, where he's going to be exposing this stuff, when he's going to be exposing it, what he's exposing. I don't know. I don't know when, where, or what. But I believe him when he says it's coming. Miss Ann, thank you so much for being a member for 26 months. Forever Basic Betty, you shall be. PSA, don't y'all go flooding his DMs and spook him. I don't think that he can be spooked. Like I said, he brought himself here, and he brought himself not only here, but also to Reddit quite some time ago, long time ago. He keeps coming back. He keeps talking more when he comes back. So I don't think that, like, we necessarily need to worry about him getting spooked or scared off. So okay, so he just sent me another message, and this is again on if he would care to elaborate. He says, rest assured these things are going to come out, and not sure if you're aware, but there are people out there that have factual proof of certain things aside from myself. I've heard phone calls and I've seen receipts that have been sent to me. To be honest, I have wondered why it has even taken this long, but there are definitely more than one person who has factual proof about this stuff. Oh my God. Team Chris merch. Totally. Ballet for Life. She'll claim it's not really her brother. Yeah, but we've already proved it's her brother because that's definitely her brother's Facebook page. We messaged him on the Facebook page and Twitter. And when he responded to me on Twitter, I asked him to kindly go respond to Yaba's message on Facebook, and he did. It's definitely him. And that's definitely his Facebook page. Their dad is on there. Their mom is on there. Cousins. Definitely theirs. Okay. Yeah. So I did ask him if he wanted to come on panel this evening. He said he can't tonight. He's very busy. But he did thank me for the invitation. He knows that I'm telling you, he knows that I've disclosed to you guys that we're talking. It's totally fine. And yeah. Yeah, exactly. Referring to your stream title, don't fuck with FFG's brother either. Yeah, no shit. Okay. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for being here. I did go a little over. Didn't mean to do that. But so tomorrow, I think we're looking at probably 6:30 p.m. tomorrow as well. So, yeah. We're going to go over basically everything the brother has said. Everything Chris has said, both publicly and privately online since day one. And we'll see what else I can do. We'll see if we can get any more bombshells, some of our questions answered. I'm definitely going to message him back with these questions that I've taken down. I'll just let him know, the group has some questions, just wondering, you know what? Because he's active on the messenger right now. Let me ask him real quick, just see if he can answer a few questions. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'll type better on my computer. Just give me a second. Let me do it here. Oh boy. Here we go. What the hell? Let's see if I got my pen right. Okay. 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 So I said, so my chat and I have a few questions, if that's okay. You don't have to answer anything you don't want to. 1, does your sister know karate? 2, what can you tell us about your Gary, Indiana mafia family? Oops. If anything. 3, was your sister ever studying accounting or an accountant? And I'm putting an accountant in in quotation. Okay. I don't want to bombard him too much, so I'm gonna give him a chance to answer, see where we're at here. Okay. It's so much fun. Oh. Okay. The answer to number 1, does your sister know karate? The answer is no clue. 2, the answer to number 2, which is, what can you tell us about your Gary, Indiana mafia family, if anything? The answer is, there's nothing to tell because that doesn't exist. That is pure fantasy. He has not yet answered the 3rd question yet. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. 4, has your sister ever actually dated the lumberjack? Okay. The answer to number 3, was your sister ever studying accounting or an accountant? The answer is no. The answer is no. Don't worry, I'll show screenshots of all this later. Let's see. Jeff's Couch Potato. Thank you so much for the super chat. You and Yaba have created an awesome community, and it's gotten me through some real stupid IRL shit. Love you both so much. Love you too, Jeff's Couch Potato. Thank you for being here. And thank you for supporting my channel. Okay. 4. Question number 4. Has your sister ever actually dated, quote, the lumberjack? The answer is no. Oh, God, we're on a roll here, guys. Okay, 5. Did you set up her computer, and does it have a webcam? Okay, so he added on to his answer to number 4, which was, has your sister ever actually dated lumberjack? He said no. He said, unless it was a secret I don't know about. Like I said, I'm really distant from my sister and have been since 18 years old. Question number 5 was, did you set up her computer, and does it have a webcam? His answer was, I didn't set up her computer, and I have no clue whether it has a webcam or not. He says he did not set up her computer and has no clue if it has a webcam. He goes on to say, I would imagine it does, like most laptops, but I have no clue. Elizabeth, thank you for the super chat. Ask him if FFG is Chantel's long-lost twin sister. Thank you for the super chat. I will if we have time. I don't want to waste a question on that because the obvious answer is no. 6. When was the last time you saw your sister in person? And what is her approximate weight? Catalina, thank you so much for the super chat. Does FFG have a history of blackmail, like holding people's doxes over their heads to keep them in line? Has she ever had a close girlfriend? That's an excellent question as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Ann, thank you for the super chat. When was her last partner? Okay. The last question I asked him was number 6. When was the last time you saw your sister in person, and what is her approximate weight? He has read it. He has not answered it. I told you that I shouldn't have asked that one. Okay. 7. I'm going to keep going, even though he has paused on that one. I told you that I shouldn't ask that one. Oh, wait, he's right. He's typing. Okay. What do you know if she is still friends with Shannon? Do you know if she's still friends with Shannon? Okay. 8. What do you know about the Spite house and why she hasn't bought it yet? Okay. His answer was, I've seen my sister once in the past 8 months, very briefly to sort through some pictures that she came to pick up of my mother. Oh, wow. I told you guys, he was too nice of a guy to answer the question about the weight. I told you. This was his answer. He says, I don't wish to comment on anything regarding weight. I told you he was too nice of a guy. That is a good man there. His mother raised him right. I knew it. I'm just telling him real quick that I said, I knew it. I told the chat you were too good a guy to answer anything about her weight. I can tell genuinely that you're a genuinely good person. Okay. Number 7. The question was, do you know if she's still friends with Shannon? His answer is, from what I know, no. And then he puts, quote, friendships, unquote, are short-lived, and I don't know if they ever really exist to begin with. I don't really think that was a friendship to begin with. Hold on. Okay, Lisa Simpson, thank you so much for the super chat. This is so exciting. Banger stream, Sam. Thank you. Jordy City of Thieves, thank you for the super chat. And I have to let you know, Jordy City of Thieves here, and I have to let you know this is the best thing I've witnessed in a long time. Bless you, Sam, and bless Chris, the bearded wonder of girl world. You guys are so funny. This is so much fun. I love it. Fuck you, Frenchie. Looks like Frenchie fucked around and found out, didn't she? Okay. Oh, and then question number 8 was, what do you know about the Spite House and why hasn't she bought it yet? The answer is, I don't know about the Spite House. I understand the concept with the spite part, I think, but I mean, have you ever looked at the real estate market in Montreal? You need a lot of money to buy a house. I said that makes sense. WNC Tar Heel, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Okay, we asked about the computer and the camera. We asked if she ever did karate, the accountant, the Gary Mafia, the lumberjack. I asked about the lumberjack, right? Yes. Her weight, and I put it in parentheses because I knew he was not going to answer that question. You guys shouldn't have made me ask him. We asked about Shannon, the Spite House. I did not ask if she was close to her mom. I really don't want to bring up his mom. You know, because it's obvious to me that Chris was very close with their mother, and he's still very much trying to recover, you know, from following the death of their mother. I don't want to talk to him about that. Malarkey Meter, thank you so much for the super chat. Just want to say thank you, Shan. This is great. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh my gosh, and I almost got off. Could you imagine if I ended this stream right before he started responding to me on Facebook Messenger again? I would have been devastated. Okay, so I went back to the Shannon comment and I said, where he said, I doubt it was a friendship to begin with. I said it wasn't a friendship. I mean, she used Shannon, and then I asked if he saw where she went and visited Shannon when she was in the mental hospital and posted the picture. He said, yes, I saw that. And to be honest, being someone who has been in DBT and psychotherapy for almost a decade off and on, that shit fucking disgusts me. Oh, and then he just went back and put an angry face on that particular comment. Oh, ask about the dogs. What do I ask about the dogs? What did that touchy do? I don't think he'll answer about the dogs. Catalina, thank you so much for the super chat. Does she actually read about politics at all? Thank you for the super chat. I don't think he would know that because he just said he hasn't seen her but once in the past 8 months. He's not going to talk about her teeth if he didn't want to talk about her weight. That's true. She does talk about Jack. All right. Miss Ann, he just said that he doesn't know anything about the house, and he does say that you need a lot of money to buy a house in Montreal. So, I mean, I feel like if he knew anything else, he probably would have offered it. Scar, nice to see you, girl. Thank you for the super chat. Why did they both not take their father's last name? Oh. I don't want to ask that either. I feel like that's too personal. Amy May says, is he single and does he have money? Okay. Oh, he wants to know the name of my channel. I'm gonna give him a link to the chat. Hold on. Is this our stream? This is our stream. Okay. Copy that. Why won't it paste? Weird. I said, so I may have just had your pick up on screen, and there's a few ladies in chat who want to have your babies. That was so funny. Condoms on the floor. Okay, guys, I think we asked everything. Cancer Warrior and Yamano Zami, I think you can save your money. I don't think he's going to agree to taking a picture of his sister, not even for $520. Oh, I did ask about the dogs, okay, and he said because it needed to be done and was encouraged by the vet. Ollie had a good life, and I only attribute his passing to old age. Speaking of dogs, why is my dog out there barking? Oh, I'll ask him if he knows who Amy Flowers is. Do you know who Amy Flowers is? Okay. Oh. Okay. I said, do you know who Amy Flowers is? And he said, no fucking clue. No, he is not in the chat, I don't think. Okay, I asked, do you know who Amy Flowers is? He said, no fucking clue. I just know the name and that this person was supposed to be my wife. Okay, I said, why did she lie about who BBJ was going to from the start? That's what we can't figure out. I don't think he's read that message yet. Ugh. Does he know where BBJ went? He says he does, and he says there's there's a couple other people who know, who have the proof. Addicted to cold brew. I don't know that he would know about her Greece trip because he said he hasn't seen her in 8 months. I don't think they're in regular, regular contact or anything like that. Addicted to cold brew. Thank you so much for the super chat. Was she actually a foodie fan, or was this always about grifting the community? I don't think he knows. He says he has no clue who Amy Flowers is. All he knows, he says, I just know the name and that this person was supposed to be his wife. He hasn't said. I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows who has the cat or if the cat's alive or dead. Ask him why she's built like that. I will not ask him that. I already asked him if he knows how much she weighs, and he declined to comment on that. Does he want a wife? A ballet for life. I'm not worried at all about scaring him away. He's the one who came here. He came to Twitter. He came to Reddit all by himself. He's been coming back for months and months and months and months. He clearly follows along to a degree. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to worry about scaring him away. Will he be helping her move tomorrow? I don't want to ask him that either. I don't think he would answer that just because it's like so, you know. Miss Ann says, tell him how much money she makes. I don't know how much money she makes. He needs to know how much money she makes. Oh my God, Amy Mae, you're moving tomorrow too? Okay, he's typing again. I think he's probably listening to the stream at this point. He's not, he's not typing in chat, but I think he's probably listening to the stream at this point. He's listening. He says, I didn't know she was moving. If she is, it's either a lie to me or a lie to chat. He's listening. That's great. Now I don't have to type. Okay, did you guys just hear that? What his answer was about if he knows she's moving? He says, I didn't know she was moving. If she is, it's either a lie to me or a lie to chat. Okay, so Chris, so you do talk to her? Like you've talked to her recently, you just haven't seen her recently. Oh, Candy Girl wants to know, why does she always wear a side ponytail? Mushroom Destroyer wants to remind the group to keep your thirst down. Somebody keep an eye on Cat's Rule. Chris, honey, stay away from Cat's Rule in the chat. You are not safe around her. Okay, so when I asked why did she lie about BBJ? Oh, wait, I said, why did she lie about who BBJ was going to from the start? That's what we can't figure out. He says, I can't elaborate on that now. Miss Ann or Ms. Anthropy wants to know, does FFG actually care about anti-Semitism? That's a good question. Okay, my chat's getting away from me. Does he watch Chantel? I think so. Do you watch Chantel, Chris? Why is she lying about moving and packing? That's a really good question. Because she's lying to somebody. He just said, I didn't know she was moving. If she is, it's either a lie to me or a lie to the chat. He already said she is not a black belt and has not done karate. Okay. He says, no, I don't speak to her at all, but I saw her a few weeks ago and never mentioned anything about moving to me. So unless it's really last minute. Oh, he says, no, I don't watch any of this garbage. No offense. No offense taken, Chris. None taken at all. You either love it or you don't. So he says he saw her in the last 8 months. He's seen her once a few weeks ago. She never mentioned anything about moving to him. So unless it's really last minute, she's lying. What do you guys think? Do you think that her having to move has come about at the very last minute? He said he has no idea about the karate. I think he said, hold on. That was one of the first questions. Oh, you're right. It was question number 1. Does your sister know karate? The answer was no clue. As if we would take offense to him calling this garbage. I highly doubt she's being evicted again. Oh, okay, Chris, if you're still listening, so listen. Somebody who used to be friends with your sister, it's somebody from YouTube. I don't know if you know this person, just saying. You don't have to say if you know them or not. Well, let me ask. Hold on. Let me ask you that privately. Okay, wait. He goes back to the do you know who Amy Flowers is question, and he says, no clue. All I know is it's somebody that's a fan. I would assume that was kind of middlemanning getting BBJ. Okay, so Amy Flowers possibly just the middleman. Okay. He misunderstood the karate question. So he says, I thought karate was a person. Chris, and you're kind of right. There used to be somebody in Chantel's chat called Karate Joe. But no. So okay, babe. He misunderstood. He thought karate was a person. He says, if you mean karate like the fighting style, no, she's definitely not done karate. So there's your final answer. She's never done karate. She's a fucking liar. Come on. Mm-hmm. A liar. There's Gene. Gene said, tell Chris I said hi. No black belt. DuckTales. Okay, Chris, I don't know if you'll answer this. If you don't want to, it's totally fine. But I have to know, because this is what I have understood for a while now. That and the only reason it's coming up is because she says she's moving, and he says he don't know nothing about her moving. So I'm curious, is it true, Chris, that that your sister lives in like a rent control type of apartment? Like, how do you say it there? Is it like rent control? Not rent control. Is that what it's called? Rent control or low income or something like that? Not low income. Obviously not low income. She's definitely not low income. Section 8. I don't think it's called Section 8 there. Subsidized. Is that what it's called? Controlled rent, subsidized. Sliding scale. I don't know what they call it in Canada, though. We call it lots of things here. Okay. Or did she lock in her low rent by taking a dispute to the housing board in Quebec? I don't know. That's a good question. Income-based housing. Yeah. Low income. Yeah. I wonder if Chris knows just how much money his sister makes on YouTube, or if she's been lying to him. She lies about everything else. Okay. He says, no, it's not rent control. It just happens to be in an area of the city that is very cheap. And that rent was locked in before we had massive increase pre-COVID. I see. So she lives in a very cheap part of the city. Is it a crime riddled part of the city? I'm just curious. Like, are you telling us that Franche lives in the hood? He says, so it's basically a third of the price of normal rent in the city, but it's not controlled or project housing or anything like that. Jesus, not the project. He says, I know pretty much exactly what she makes on YouTube. I was running analytics through Google API even before we knew about Playboard. Wow. He said, yes, she lives in the hood of hoods. He said it. Chris, my wife in chat, that's the YouTube Underground. She's asking, is it a dump? He says it's the hood of hoods. Frenchie lives in the fucking hood of hoods. Now she claims, Chris, that she's moving tomorrow. Literally, she claims she's moving tomorrow, July 31st. Just if you wouldn't mind, maybe checking back with us over the next few weeks to let us know, how that turned out. I mean, I don't think she ever plans on going back on camera, so she could totally say, that she could say she moved and she really didn't. And how would we know? Because she never goes on camera. No, in all fairness, it's a very good place, just a great deal. Fine. See, he's not a liar. No. Oh, I meant, not July 31st. No, she's moving July 1st. She said, because she said on Twitter something to the effect of she broke 2 nails and that something about like she won't have any nails left tomorrow by the time it's all done tomorrow. She's moving tomorrow. Oh, he says he won't know shit. He says you people know more about my sister's personal life than I do in a sense. I mean, we only know what she tells us, and quite frankly, we know she's a liar. You didn't see my whole stream this evening, but we watched the stream from the day that you guys went and got BBJ from Chantel. And in like the first 5 minutes, she lied 2 or 3 times, things that we know to be lies now. Hey, you guys, the ats just went away in my chat. It's not the ats anymore. It's the regular name like it used to be. I didn't refresh my chat or anything. It just changed on its own. Are you guys seeing the ads? Mm-mm. Oh, did I go away? Oh, you mean the ads are yeah. The chat's back, right? I know. Polly Jean says I feel naked now. God, I'm so glad the ads are gone. I did not like that at all. Okay. He says she also said that her brother went and got the cat for absolutely no fucking reason. Okay, so that we were wondering about that earlier. So you were not expecting her to go back to the internet and say live to the whole internet that you were the one who got the cat at the door. You had no idea she was going to throw you into that. Why would she say that? Oh, okay. So he says she also said that her brother went and got the cat for absolutely no fucking reason, which has led to weirdos messaging personal friends of mine on Facebook, sharing my Reddit post from years ago. I have lost friendships over this nonsense, all due to the fact that she said my brother. I am literally the only Chris Feldman that I know of in Montreal. It takes 1 second to find me. So for no reason, absolutely no reason at all for her to say that it was you. She did not have permission to tell the internet it was you. So I have a question then, Chris. Were you aware? I guess this would be self-incriminating to ask maybe. I don't know, but whatever. I mean, I could just be making all this up. You know what I mean? Like I haven't shown proof that I'm actually talking to you, so people can either believe it or not. But my question is, did you know at the time that you could potentially be doing something illegal when you agreed to go and knock on the door and take the cat? Uh-huh. He says, hell no. The whole point was that I was supposed to be some random who was married to some Amy Flowers chick. Do you feel like, okay, Chris, do you feel like your sister was genuine in the reasons why she rescued BBJ? Or do you think that she had some like self-serving purpose? Oh, I didn't mean to go back on camera. Not that I care. I'm totally fine being on camera, but the lighting's weird. Okay, no problem. What did Mushroom Destroyer say? Hold on. Yeah, she duped her own brother. Exactly. Why would she do that? I agree. I agree with that completely. Okay. Malarkey Meter says, according to the police, the case is most probably civil in nature. Chantel would have to get a civil attorney to start a case. That's never going to happen. Threw her brother under the bus for absolutely no fucking reason. None. Why would you do such a thing, Frenchie? Jerome, I can't. I have no idea what you're saying. Try again. Oh, Sam and Yaba praised this. Praised what? Get Jerome out of here. You're not going to come in my chat and start rewriting history in my face, in my own chat. You got to be fucking kidding me. Goodbye, loser. That's who's that person? Lori. That's who that was. She did it to be able to say BBJ was in the familia. God. That's right, Virgo. Oh no. Tone the pilot says, can he tell us why Dirtneck is such a loser? Most people mostly everybody, because it did seem genuine. We all fell for it. We know more now. Yeah, I can't even say I fell for it. Like, honestly, I really didn't follow along with. I don't know. I didn't follow it. Didn't care. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Chris, for sure. Can I read that one out loud? I'm going to. The last one he just said was, "Oh, also Lori is a little fucking piece of shit." She manipulated using emotions. Yep. Oh my God, it's 9:30. Okay, listen, guys, I gotta get going. I think we've taken up enough. That's right, Mushroom Destroyer. I was on my own shit with Stinkbox. Sure was. God, that did not come out right. Okay, listen, I gotta go. It's almost 9:30. I think we've taken up enough of Chris's time. Chris, if you're still listening, thank you so much. We appreciate you so much for being willing to talk to us and for telling the truth. It's way past my bedtime. Sorry, I don't stay up late for nobody. All right, not even French Fry Girl's brother. All right, doing a little impromptu Q&A with us. We appreciate you, Chris. Thank you so much for being so open and honest. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me. It was a long one, and I will see you again tomorrow. All right, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're there. Bye, guys.